Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 444. Episode number 444 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio Show. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. The official website is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Got a lot of things to go over today, to say the least. One particularly of which is the damn markets. Now, I know people were trying to wait for my Twitter account this morning to see if I'm going to suggest a stock to look towards for a pattern trading play. Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, I didn't list one. And the reason I didn't list one, folks, because this morning in the pre-market, everything was low volume. I mean, the average volume of everything that was the high top percentage gainers in the pre-market were 500 shares traded, 1,000 shares traded, 2,000 shares traded. I mean, that is crap. That is pure pre-market pump and dump, and I would never suggest stocks to that capacity. There was like 3 stocks that had decent volume, and all of which were nothing burgers, to say the least. You had one in the pre-market where it was a buyout situation, so all the damn price has already been priced into the stock in the pre-market. You had another situation, which we discussed yesterday, which is this shipping company, DRYS, which I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole, because if you look back, as I suggested yesterday, on the chart, going back to November, there was a run on these stocks in which they went up freaking 500, 1,000% within a damn week. So that tells me there's a lot of people holding a bag at high particular prices. And that's why I'm saying, folks, I mean, I didn't like that one bit. I didn't touch symbol DRYS one bit, folks. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Not to mention there was a whole bunch of volume on that particular stock that the bots, the autonomous computers that trade in a matter of milliseconds just for a fraction of a cent, got a hold of that particular share throughout the day. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not... you know what I mean? I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, all right? Now, let me explain something else. There was Apple Computer today, folks, that was raising And Apple Computer was raising on better than expected earnings, obviously, and on top of which they are now touting the $260 billion they actually have in their cash reserves. So all of a sudden people started flocking to there, but it was only about 5% increase. 5% increase on the Apple Computer shares, and it fluctuated a little bit above 5%, a little bit below 5%, but you got to drop $129 a share just so that you can capture the rake of whatever liquidity, that's there, and it's not even working. So with that being said, folks, I didn't suggest a stock this morning because of the low volume. And let me tell you, there's a double edge of that sword with low volume. When there's no buyers in the market, it's easy to manipulate. All right? Now, thank God there wasn't any kind of bad news that happened in the business news sector today, because that would have literally tanked the market. The volume is so anemic in these equities markets, at any point, this damn thing could take a header on some bad news. Point, this damn thing could take a header, and I don't like that type of environment, folks. I don't like that type of environment whatsoever. Now, even though we saw some negativity in the beginning of the day as it pertains to the stock market, it started rising a little bit into the flat region because of the lack of interest rate hikes that the Federal Reserve announced today. They said they were not going to raise interest rates due to the level of economic uncertainty in this American economy. So with that being said, you had some people a little bit bullish. They started to buy into the market once that was announced, and that's why we're seeing a leveling off in the equities market towards the end of the day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the stock market, because as I stated, this is not an environment for pattern trading, conducive for day trading. This is not an environment to do so. You want to be able to pay, for a buyer's market. You want to be able to see charts. You want to be able to see dips in waves. And the only way you can do that is when you got buyers in the market. Nobody's buying. The only people that are buying right now are those assholes in Wall Street that got an unlimited purse of everybody's retirement funds, of their mutual fund investments, hedge funds investment. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, thank you very much there, Polak. Squid Girl, let me go ahead and retweet that particular chart here. Check out today's chart on DRYS. Check it out, Dry Ships Inc. Take a look at that intraday chart right there. And you mean to tell me that you wanted to day trade this stock? I've been having people asking me about this stock that, hey, Ghost, is this a decent winner? I mean, how come you're not advising people to take a look at this stock? Take a look at that goddamn chart right there on Twitter. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. I'm telling you this right now. This market is a trap. Do not buy any of these damn prices at this point in time. Do you understand me? Do not do it. Do not do it. It's a trap. I mean, it's not very hard to prop up this damn market when you got low volume. I mean, especially if you're colluding with a whole bunch of, mutual fund, hedge fund, retirement fund managers. You spread out the accounts. You buy bulks of shares, blocks of shares, 5,000, 10,000 at market value, run up the goddamn price in a lot of these stocks. And you don't have to run up the price in a lot of these stocks to bring the index up to any capacity. Because of the low volume, it's very easy to manipulate this market. And I could see it on level 2, on all the orders that are coming in. I could see that this is a manipulation of this market, folks. Do not invest in this market for the long term. I think that we're going to see some big waves this month. And I mean big waves, and I'm not talking of the good kind either, folks. I'm talking about a nice, huge contraction. And I could feel it, I could smell it, I could see it. But we shall see. We shall see what February has in store for the stock market. But as I've alluded to yesterday, in 2009, February was the month when the beginning of the Great Recession started happening. So let's see what happens in February as it pertains to the stock market. It's got to come down at this point, man. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the stock market, shall we? Now, Dow Jones Industrials is up today. Even though it was a helter-skelter day, take a look at the intraday chart on that particular index. Give me a break. I mean, when have you seen charts like that in traditional financial environments? You never do. It's a pump and dump market. Wake up. It's a trap. I mean, what they're trying to do with these hedge fund, mutual fund, Wall Street idiots, they're trying to lure people in so that when they buy in at these high prices, these people are going to be left holding the bag as these big-time Wall Street guys incrementally start selling off. And you can see it with the momentum of the charts. Every time they incrementally start selling off, they start seeing the damn market go down to some capacity. Somebody buys more to prop the son of a bitch up. I mean, this kind of low volume, it's very easy to do that. So that's why I'm suggesting to everybody here, this is a trap. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrials, okay? Helter-skelter day on the market. You can take a look at the intraday chart. Dow Jones is up 26.85 points, a percentage increase of 0.14% increase on the day, closing out the Dow at 19,890.94 points for the Dow Jones Industrials. Once again, folks, look at that chart. I've never seen charts like this, and the reason is because, in my opinion, these people are propping up the market. They're propping it up and incrementally selling it off, just slowly but surely selling off while everybody's holding the bag. And, of course, you've got the mainstream media pumping this damn market as well. Like, oh, my God, we just hit 20,000 Dow Jones Industrial. It's so great. It's great. Consumer sentiment is at a freaking anemic level at this point in time. I mean, people don't want to spend their money. I mean, it's reflected in the stock market itself with the lack of volume, man. How can anybody be betting on this economy before Donald Trump actually implements his Make America Great Again strategy, which is bringing back jobs to the job market? Once we have full unemployment in this economy, regardless what happens in the other markets, that will suffice. When people have money in their pockets, when people are gainfully employed, when people have a reason to get up in the morning to go get a job, go to a job, get paid at the end of the week, and have sufficient enough amount of money to pay for their living expenses and have a little left over for expendable income, that's what's going to make a good economy. That's what's going to make a great society. That's why and let me tell you, when it finally happens, when full employment finally happens, and a sustainable 4+% GDP growth is finally erected because of the Trump economic strategy, we're not going to see all these people protesting anymore. We're not going to see these people pissing and moaning because they're going to have bills and crap. They're going to have a job. You see, the majority of these people that are out here protesting, the majority of the people that are having the damn mainstream media cameras in their face, you're looking at their job. The majority of these protesters out here, that is their job. They're getting paid by all these agitating nonprofit organizations that we all come to know and love, Open Society, Ford Foundation. I even hear that the Muslim Brotherhood is putting some nonprofit money into the supposed Muslim ban protest, and it's ridiculous. So once again, folks, as I alluded to right now, we are in a holding pattern until Congress stops sitting on its thumbs and passes a tax cut and starts getting on the ball with making America great again, folks. And that same goes for the Democrats, too. I mean, this goes to show you, you've got a capitalist in power today in Donald Trump wanting to get the ball moving, wanting to make America great again, but you are witnessing the stagnation, the absolute stagnation of Washington, D.C. That's why the election of Donald Trump as president should show each and every one of you that political experience means nothing. experience means that they, 9 times out of 10, have sold their own country out, sold their own constituency out, sold their own souls out. And what do they sell their souls out to, folks? This communist specter that is literally taking over our world in the guise of globalism. And I'm going to say this one more again. Communism is globalism. Globalism is communism. That's all there is to it. And I want to reiterate this, folks, that this is not a joke. I'm not just talking out my ass here. What was Russia prior to the fall of its previous regime, its previous communist regime? The Soviet Union is what Russia used to be called, the Soviet Union. And what do we have today, folks? What do we have today? Unelected bureaucrats in Brussels calling themselves the European Union. Take a look at what's going on in Africa. They have an African Union. As a matter of fact, they just anointed their new leader in the African Union. And as a matter of fact, the African Union is making a move on trying to get themselves out of the World Court. Just an interesting little tidbit there. And remember, during the Bush tenure, they tried to erect the North American Union. So as I stated, folks, this union idea, unionizing countries, the whole idea of a union is a communist adherent. That's why Russia used to be called the Soviet Union. And moreover, folks, I hate to keep reiterating this, but central banks, that is a concept that was promoted by Karl Marx himself in his work Das Kapital. I mean, central bank is an adherent of communism. And look at all the central banks all across the world. And you know, the only folks not necessarily, the only country, I should say, that countries that don't have a central bank, well, they end up becoming America and the world's enemy. Iraq didn't have a central bank. It's gone. All right? Libya didn't have a central bank. It's gone. All right? North Korea obviously doesn't have a central bank. Iran doesn't have a central bank. I mean, you're starting to get it here? You're starting to get the picture? So anyway, with that being said, folks, what Donald Trump's presidency represents is the capitalist revolution. That's why yesterday I tweeted a Michael Moore tweet in which he is talking about a coup that is going on in this country. And I just want to reiterate this. Hey, Michael Moore, there ain't no coup. We've already taken control of state power. The capitalists have taken control of state power, and your little fat, pompous, leftist, wannabe socialist, hypocritical fat ass has nothing to say about it other than to sit there and like it, or you're going to be thrown in goddamn prison where you belong because you're agitating violence, you're agitating civil unrest, and that's all there is to it. And same with this Lady Gaga. Isn't this dumb piece of hermaphrodite garbage? I mean, isn't this woman supposed to be singing during the Super Bowl national anthem? Let me tell you something. If you're rich enough to be able to be at the Super Bowl and you are a leftist and whatever this damn disgusting, despicable, hatchet-faced slut bag decides to say against Donald Trump and you agree with it, you should literally punch yourself in the face. I'm not even joking around. You should, somebody next to you should kick you in the balls. All right? And look, I am calling on everybody that is going to the Super Bowl when this dumb, disgusting, despicable, vile, pathetic, wannabe leftist. I mean, you know, let me tell you something about Lady Gaga, okay? Right after right after the election of Donald Trump, Lady Gaga shows up at the front of Trump Tower as if she's doing something, standing in solidarity, protesting against Trump. And then once she got tired, she was whisked away in a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Yeah. After protesting for the people, supposedly right after Trump's election, and she got tired, she was whisked away in a goddamn Rolls-Royce Phantom. That's a $500,000 car, man. That's a $500,000 car. And this woman is going to try to claim that she is a person of the people. She's going to claim that she understands the politics of human rights. I mean, you're being whisked away in a $500,000 car, you hermaphrodite, hatchet-faced piece of two-timing, four-flushing crap. Let me tell you something. Everybody who's there in the Super Bowl, who's going to be there, I say start throwing your beers at Lady Gaga if she says any goddamn thing about our president. I'm not even joking around. I'm talking in mass. Throw your goddamn rally towels. Throw a tomato at her. I don't really give a crap. We cannot allow these dumbass, hypocritical Hollywood pieces of crap to think that they can get away with this. They think they can use their celebrity to try to influence politics. We cannot let them do this. Because you see, these celebrities think that they could just come in, use their little celebrity, try to gain some kind of notoriety, try to build some sort of political credibility. But you see, what I don't really appreciate is those of us that have been in this political game for a long time, we don't appreciate people that come in here and try to use their celebrity like Johnny-come-latelys and think that they are actually political. Let me tell you something, man. I've been persecuted by a variety of different federal authorities. I've been harassed. I've got choppers going over my house, for Christ's sake. I think that I've seen drones over me at times, for Christ's sake. I've been doing this for a long time. And then when I see some stupid, dumbass celebrity piece of trash like Lady Gaga over here trying to think that she's some woman or man or hermaphrodite or pansexual or whatever the hell she thinks she is, of the people, and then she's out there protesting right after the election of Donald Trump in front of Trump Towers, and then when this dumb, stupid, disgusting, skankosaurus, salmon-smelling, cheese-hole-loving scumbag decides that she's a little tired, she doesn't want to protest anymore, she's whisked away in a $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom. Jesus Christ, please, if you're attending the Super Bowl, throw a tomato at this cunt. Excuse my French, I'm sorry for cursing. Throw a tomato at her. I'm not even just throw your beer at her. I'm not joking around. Can't let these celebrities think that they can get away with this and we're just going to accept it. Throw a tomato at that pansexual Peter Puffer. Jesus Christ, man. Can't believe this. And you know what? I don't mean to get off of this tirade about the Super Bowl, but did you hear who's going to be flipping the coin? Huh? George H.W. Bush. Jesus Christ, man. Old piece of deep state, disgusting black operation. Everything that has ever happened in the United States in the past 50 years, this idiot has had his fingerprints on it. Old freaking George H.W. Bush, and this idiot is going to come out after he stumbles out of the damn hospital, and he's going to flip the coin for the freaking Super Bowl. Go shove it up your ass. Old piece of crap. I'm serious. Go shove it up your ass there, Bush. You want to know why you don't want to die? Because you're scared to die. I can tell you that right now. You're going to have to meet Moloch, and Moloch is going to want to pay the piper and, maybe take it out of your old clogged up pooper. Anyway, folks, look, I'm sorry. I'm going off keister here. Let's go back to the goddamn markets. I'm upset. I'm angry, for Christ's sake, man. I can't believe that here we are. We have to sit here and continue to play this charade with these leftists, continue to abide by these ridiculous civil unrests, these riots, under the guise of protest. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And listen, I'm not joking. If you see Lady Gaga, she says one thing about Donald Trump, please, everybody in the Super Bowl, just start throwing tomatoes, freaking beers. All right, just throw it at her. Throw it at her! Gonna make the freaking Super Bowl political. Throw something at her! There's gonna be, I don't know how many thousands of people there at the Super Bowl. Throw something at this disgusting, despicable human being. Anyway, with that being said, let me go on with the markets here. Let's get to the S&P 500. My apologies, folks. I'm upset, man. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm angry, all right? Anyway, S&P 500, once again, same story as the Dow. Kind of helter-skelter, closing out in the flat zone, meaning nothing. Nothing. A nothing burger today in trading. All right, S&P 500 is up today 0.68 points on the day, a percentage increase of 0.03% increase on the day, closing out the S&P at 2,279.55 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up today, folks, 27.87 points, a percentage increase of 0.50%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,642.65 points for the NASDAQ composite. Once again, helter-skelter, somebody is keeping this goddamn market propped up, and I'm telling you this right now, it's only a matter of time before this whole damn thing collapses. Mark my words, all right? Mark my goddamn words, okay? If there is any kind of bad news, this market could take a header minus 300 or 400 points like that, in a snap. Mark my words, anytime this February, all right? Anytime this February, if there's some bad news that comes out, be expecting 300 or 400 point drops. As a matter of fact, I think they pull the plug on the market if it falls below, I think, 600 points. If the Dow Jones Industrials happens to fall 600 points in one day, they pull the plug, which I think is a bad idea because that's only going to get investors even more antsy. And when they put the plug back in, it's even going to be more selling as far as I'm concerned. But hey, these are the experts. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some commodities, shall we? Now, once again, because we didn't see any change in the Federal Reserve interest rates, we should see some modest rising in commodities, and let's see if it's reflected, shall we? Now, once again, I have no idea what the hell's going on in energy. Energy at this point in time is, I really don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, you got OPEC claiming that they're doing production cuts. Saudi Arabia, believe it or not, it's barely there now, folks. Have you read about Saudi Arabia lately? I mean, these guys are overproducing on the down low. They've had to inject $20 billion in their goddamn banking system so that they can keep their goddamn their banking system solvent. I mean, Saudi is going through some bad times right now, and good for them because they should have thought about this. Instead of, blowing all this stupid, ridiculous money on the royal family, because they're a bunch of pompous assholes, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. Saudi Arabian royal family, the House of Saud, what a bunch of hypocritical Muslims. All right? They're out here funding all these madrasas and trying to spread fundamental Islam, Wahhabist fundamental Islam all across the country, all across the world, I should say. And meanwhile, what are these guys doing? These guys are drinking off the best booze. These guys are importing women and screwing them in orgies, and they're perverts. I'm not even joking around, man. One of these Saudi princes, all right, he named one of his yachts, I kid you not, folks, it's not a joke, he named one of his yachts Tits. Tits. I'm not joking. This is the House of Saud. I'm not joking around. Names one of his yachts Tits. And this is supposed to be a devout Muslim, huh? Give me a freaking break. And somebody is tweeting at me saying, I've seen articles saying OPEC shipping has reduced, but at the same time, U.S. is producing. And you're absolutely right. I read this month, I believe, 9 million 9 million barrels of oil have been produced in America alone. So I don't know what the hell's going on in this energy sector, folks, but I'm not touching it. Remember, I said that the time to get on the energy train is over. When I started broadcasting again back in March in 2016, that was a great opportunity to be able to ride. I think it was in the lower 30s, I believe. I think it was like $30-something a barrel. Perfect opportunity to get in here And at that time, right into the summer, into the fall, which we saw the $50, close to $60 barrel. And if you would have gotten out at that particular time, you would have cashed out generously. Right now, I don't know what the hell's going on. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get to WTI sweet crude, all right? Now, WTI is up today, 74 cents, a percentage increase of 1.40%, closing out WTI at $53.55 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Very, very weird, folks. I'm telling you, I don't like energy as an investment, with the exception of maybe natural gas and heating oil. Because once again, natural gas is one of those feast or famine type of commodities. You just have to know how to play it. And heating oil, obviously, as we get colder and colder, is going to go up, and we're seeing it reflected here in seconds. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Let's finish the energy sector. Brent crude up today, 47 cents, a percentage increase of 0.85%, closing out Brent crude at $55.70 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline also up today, folks, 1.34% increase on gas. Natural gas, the feast or famine commodity, up today, 1.64% increase on the day for natural gas and heating oil. As I suggested, because we're starting to see all kinds of cold weather, some people across the country are talking about snow, inches of snow, 4 to 5 inches of snow plus. So you got a lot of people that are going to need that heating oil as a commodity to keep themselves warm out there. So once again, this is what's reflected in today's increase. Heating oil is up 2.50% increase on the day for heating oil. Let's go ahead and continue, shall we? Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Gold was up, folks. As a matter of fact, it had been down all day today, but it creeped up because of the lack of interest rate hike that was implemented by the Federal Reserve. So that's going to keep the current circulated currencies outstanding, as opposed to having them recalled back in with an interest rate hike. So as a result, we saw a somewhat dipping gold price kind of head back up at the end of the day's trading, once it was realized that Federal Reserve was not going to raise interest rates. Anyway, gold is up a modest 30 cents. It was down dramatically today, by the way. Up 30 cents, a percentage increase of 0.02%, closing out gold at $1,211.70 per troy ounce of gold. Same story with silver. Silver is unchanged today, folks, unchanged. Silver's price today is $17.54 per troy ounce of silver. We saw a modest decrease in copper. Copper is down today 0.60%, and platinum down modestly 0.01%. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture, shall we? Now, folks, I have been saying grains as it pertains to profits. And I am seeing nothing but green here, with the exception of a slight red in the grains. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Corn, folks, is up 2.36% increase on the day for corn. Wheat, folks, wheat is up 3.09% on the day. I mean, good God. Oats is also up today, 2.66% increase on the day for oats. Rough rice is the only red in this grain sector. It is down modestly 0.05% decrease on the day. Soybeans up 1.20% increase on the day for soybean. Soybean oil up 1.36% increase on the day for soybean oil. Canola up 0.91% increase on the day. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Now, the softs, once again, a sea of green with a slight speck of red. Let's get to cocoa. Cocoa, the base for chocolate, up modestly today, 0.29%. As I've been stating, folks, you want to monitor the situation happening in the Ivory Coast. There is a slight bit of political destabilization out there, and if it continues, it could literally affect the price of cocoa because the Ivory Coast is the world's leader supplier of cocoa. So monitor that particular situation. It may produce massive increases in the cocoa commodity. Anyway, it is up 0.29% increase on the day for cocoa. Coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude,
Shut up, you fruit bowl. Anyway, we've got coffee up today, 0.40% increase on the day for coffee. So for all you people that are out there wanting to go to Starbucks, even though it should be a boycott Starbucks year as far as I'm concerned, if you're on the Trump train, you need to just eliminate Starbucks out of your habitual consuming habits. This is the same organization that when Trump implemented this immigration reform, decided to just defy the administration and said they are going to hire 10,000 immigrants in this country. 10,000 immigrants. I mean, what a slap in the face to every American person that spent money in that stupid, disgusting, despicable, ridiculous coffee shop. I mean, it's a slap in the face. I mean, don't you idiots at Starbucks understand that it was American dollars that made your little pissing ground company? And now you're going to spit in our face, you stupid piece of crap? You're going to spit in our face? That's what I'm going to continue to say, and I'm going to continue to say it. Boycott Starbucks! Boycott Starbucks! And why don't you just go back to old-fashioned coffee, folks? I mean, what the hell is this? Why are you morons wasting your money at $10 or $15 a freaking cup of coffee, you stupid idiots? I mean, I remember, and I said this yesterday, I remember when coffee used to cost like $1. You know, $1, a simple bucker. You go into a goddamn corner store, you see some stupid 2-bit idiot with a freaking nose ring at the register, you take your styrofoam cup, you pour the damn coffee in there, you give them $1, and you're on your goddamn way. What the hell is this $10, $15 coffee crap? What is this crap? Oh, I'm sorry. They could they could draw your face in the foam? Huh? Is that it? That's what makes you happy in the pants? You stupid morons. You know, that's why I hate coffee. All right? Anyway, let's move on. All right, let's get to sugar. Sugar is up today, 1.91% increase on the day for sugar. Orange juice down modestly, 0.90% decrease on the day. We've got cotton. Cotton is up 2% increase on the day for cotton. And somebody from Canada, from the Inner Circle, enlightened me about a certain lumber dispute that's happening between Canada and the United States that had always been a long-standing lumber dispute, but has just been reignited thanks to Donald Trump's presidency. And because of that, I mean, I guess we were going to start seeing increases in lumber. I mean, this gentleman, what's going on to Forrest, this gentleman said that, you know, hey, have you heard about this dispute? It's now been reignited because Donald Trump is president, and this may affect the lumber prices, and this is exactly right. I mean, look at this. Lumber is up 2.39% increase on the day for lumber. I mean, that's major. That is major. So anyway, without any further ado, let's continue going, all right? Because as I stated, man, I mean, you know, you got to look out for plays. This is how you have to calculate plays. Anyway, what else do we have here? We've got lumber, once again, up 2.39%. Rubber is finally up as we're getting closer to Valentine's Day. I'm sure well, at least I hope there's a lot of rubber used that day, and, you know, you don't listen to the chick and she says, no, I'm fixed. No, I have the pill. No, I put a sponge up there. Don't do it. Anyway, let's get to livestock, shall we? Now, livestock, once again, continues to go lower. I don't get it. But, hey, I'm loving these low prices in beef. I'm not even joking around, man. I am eating steak 6, 7 times a week. I'm not even joking around. And now that people are starting to say, hey, you know what, Ghost eats a lot of steak. I'm going to try that. And they're starting to eat a lot of steak, and you know what? They feel great. You want to know why they feel great? Because you need protein. All right? If you're going to go out and you're going to have a full day's work, you need to go out and nourish your damn body, for Christ's sake. And steak will do it. It turns a man into a machine. But with that being said, we're seeing decreases in live cattle. Live cattle down again today, 0.42% decrease on the day for live cattle. We've got cattle feeder down today, 0.57% decrease on the day, which is rather ironic because a lot of the components for cattle feeder are comprised in the grain sector, and we saw a sea of green in the grain sector, yet it's not reflected in the cattle feeder commodity. Interesting. Anyway, let's continue going. How about lean hogs, folks? All right. Lean hogs is down very modestly today, down 0.22% decrease on the day for lean hogs. And before we move on to anything else, I would like to remind everybody that Bitcoin is continuing its modest rise. The current price for Bitcoin is $981 per Bitcoin. And once again, I mean, I think that we're going to see continuous volatility in Bitcoin. I think it's going to go up and down, up and down. And the name of the game in Bitcoin at this point is buy low, sell high. When we saw that dip happen after we reached $1,200 on Bitcoin, and then we saw it contract down to about $790, $800, that's when you should have entertained a Bitcoin or two. And, you know, if you'd have entertained a Bitcoin or two, you'd be up on your money at this point in time, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You got to always think about capital, baby. That's what a capitalist does. I mean, making money, baby, that's what we do. That's what a capitalist does, baby. I'm not joking. Anyway, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Now, once again, I do want to reiterate that the Federal Reserve left the interest rates unchanged. Now, what the administration, the Trump administration, is trying to do, it's trying to stop the Federal Reserve and the over-speculation on the dollar, increasing the value of the dollar. As I stated, if the value of the dollar increases, no one is going to spend those dollars. They're going to keep them. They're going to hoard them. You know, they're going to make sure that they're going to keep them somewhere, because if the value of the damn dollar is going to continue to raise, there is no incentive to spend them. As a result, we had a Trump advisor yesterday allude to the fact that the euro was undervalued, sparking a sell-off in the U.S. dollar and sparking a run in the euro yesterday. And as I stated, the reason they're doing this is to offset any kind of chaos that could be potentially implemented by the Federal Reserve's interest rate policies. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that the Federal Reserve is a big Donald Trump fan, all right? I don't think that they are going to raise interest rates in conjunction with making America great again. I think that this is sabotage, much like whoever's propping up this stock market. It's the same scenario. I think that they're setting up Trump for a horrible economic collapse, and all they have to do is raise interest rates dramatically. Now, what the Federal Reserve did say is that they are not going to raise more than 3% beyond 2018. Now, how they're going to raise those interest rates, at what rate, at what capacity, no one knows. They didn't raise it this time. So that means instead of a quarter point, I mean, it could be a half point. It could be 3/4 point next time. It could be a single point. Regardless, they have to integrate that 3% interest rate hike that they said they were going to by 2018. And I'm telling you, that right there is going to make an even stronger dollar. Even stronger dollar. And as I stated, because of that, you're going to have a lot of investors that are not going to want to spend their dollars. I mean, it's better to save your money. If your money's going to work for you, And that's what is going to stagnate a potential increase in economic productivity, and many of the economists that are capitalists within the Trump administration understand this. So they are trying to cut the Federal Reserve off at the past, and that's why the Federal Reserve did not raise interest rates at this point in time, because they realize that these capitalists in the Trump administration know monetary policy. All right? We're not stupid idiots, Federal Reserve, all right? We read right through your economic hyperbole and know what's going on out here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and continue on with what I am predicting as far as the market is concerned. In my view, folks, mark my words, February is going to be the beginning of the contraction. We could see it at any time, and the basis of my postulation of this is the fact that there is no buyers in this market, and the only buyers that are in this market are the colluded groups that are propping this market up for whatever reason, and of course I know what the reason is. It's a pump and dump. They're trying to lure suckers into the market, buy in at these high prices while they incrementally sell, and if it starts selling off too much that could trigger a sell-off, they start propping up the goddamn market again. I mean, just observe the Dow Jones Industrial for a day, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, the chart doesn't lie, all right? The chart doesn't lie. I mean, that's all I'm saying. The chart does not lie. Oh, my God. Anyway, without any further ado, I guess let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to Twitter shout-outs. These Twitter shout-outs have all been pissing me off as of late. But before I do get into Twitter shout-outs, I'd like to remind everybody that we did put up last night the True Capitalist Radio Valentine's Day cards, folks. That's right, and they are going fast. I really can't believe how fast they're going, folks. $5 a piece. There's two of yours truly, one of the engineer. You can get them right now at ghost.market. Type that in your browser right now, ghost.market, and go ahead and, hook it up. It's for a limited time, folks. Each one of these are going to be numbered. They're probably only going to be up for about a week, because next week I'd like to give enough time to send these off so folks within the North American region can at least have them by or around or at Valentine's Day itself. So once again, folks, I'd like to reiterate, the Valentine's Day cards are there, baby! And look at those Valentine's Day cards, for Christ's sake. Look at that. Look! I mean, that's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want a True Capitalist Radio Valentine's Day card, man? They're adorable, for Christ's sake, if I don't say so myself. Look at it. You got one of me holding a damn money bag saying, let's capitalize together, Valentine. I think that's great. I got another one of me holding a pot of hearts of different colors saying, you're my melting pot of friendship. Oh. And look, there's the last one, the engineer. Do you like yours, engineer? I'm telling you, that looks great. You got the engineer pictured with two thumbs up saying, you're the talent, Valentine. Why don't you just get in the Valentine's Day spirit, whether you're buying it for someone else, your pet, or yourself, because no one loves you. I mean, just hook it up, man. I'm just saying, hook it up. That's all there is to it. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs there, engineer? All right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. And if you want a Twitter shout-out, all you have to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. That's the tweet to retweet if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. Once again, the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. Anyway, do we got any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, let's go back. Let's just get to them, all right? Let's get to them right now. All right, we got Benton Bannon. We got Sneak Man in the house. What's going on? We got the Green Leader. What's going on to the Green Leader? You're right. Brexit is in the house. We'll talk about that later. We got the TCR engineer. How you doing, man? We've got Juggalos for Ghosts. Shut up, you stupid moron. Death to Canada? Really? Death to Canada? That's horrible, man. I mean, look, I'm not a big friend of... I don't like Canada, but I don't think they deserve to die, jerk dick, all right? Jesus Christ. Who else? We got the Smiler in the house, Congo Mueller. We've got the Jizzmaster 3000. Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have here? We got Ghost Made Me Shoot Him. What the hell you talk? Shut up! Who else we got here? We've got Silent Capitalist. What's going on to Silent Capitalist? We got Cam the Man. We've got Lulz in the house. What's going on? We got the Pendulum Magician. Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a Twitter shout-out live right here in the broadcast, right here and now. Who else do we got going on over here? We've got... I'm not going to say that disgusting name. We've got OG Toru in the place, ND Juicy in the house. We've got Sell One Piece merch. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Farting on the Alamo, asshole? Don't you dare besmirch the Texas martyrs like that, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Anyway, we got Remington in the house. We've got CDI Fan 237, the trans boy. Man, don't even kid around about that, you sick, twisted prick. We've got Man Bear Pig Joe. Hopefully everything's going all right post-surgery, man. Thoughts and prayers going out to you. We got Lifehouse in the house. 300K Apple Short. I heard that was a troll, man. I heard that was a complete troll, and he didn't short Apple, and it's a bunch of crap. So, I mean, once again, I think, the internet got trolled. We got TC Capitalist in the place. What's going on? We got NRJ Commando. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on, Sergeant Yoda? We've got AL the Game Freak. There's Flamin' Nipple Chops. Haven't seen Flamin' Nipple Chops in a minute. There's Blood Fart. We've got Goldner Adler in the place. What's going on? We've got Dead Moose. Well, no, shut up. I'm not saying that disgusting name, you sick, twisted prick. Ghost Swear Jar. Ghost Swear Jar. Are you kidding me? I'd make somebody $1 million if I had a swear jar. We got the Brony Network in the house. We've got Cat Scratch Bieber. What the hell is that supposed to mean, you sick pricks? We've got Agent Oblivion. We've got 6 Swiss cheese kebabs. 6 Swiss cheese. Oh, I know what you mean by that, you son of a... I know what you mean by that. I know what you mean by that. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I know what you assholes mean by that, and I really don't appreciate it one bit, all right? I know what you mean by that. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? We got Supa in the house. What's going on to Supa? We've got Super Gaga halftime. No. Let me tell you something. I am calling on everybody who is at the Super Bowl. I mean, what are Super Bowl freaking tickets going for nowadays? What, $5,000, $10,000 a piece? I mean, anybody who can afford that and is going to just sit there and pallet Lady Gaga besmirching our president, you should be kicked in the balls. But once Lady Gaga besmirches our president, take your goddamn beer and just throw it at this stupid hermaphrodite. Throw a tomato at her! I'm not joking. I want to see it. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be a great Super Bowl, seeing this disgusting, stupid human specimen being douched with beer? I'm not joking. Douche with beer this Super Bowl. That should be a meme right now. That should be a goddamn meme. Douche Lady Gaga with beer this Super Bowl. That should be a goddamn meme. Jesus Christ. We got Xbox's real work. What's going on? We've got BN King recording Inner Circle. What? What? No, that better not be true. That better not be true! That better not be true, you son of a bitch! That better not be true. If I find out about it, I'm kicking some ass! That better not be true! God damn it, that better not be true! Give me the mic! Give me the mic! This better not be true. That's all I'm saying. That better not be true. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying! I gotta get a drink after that. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake! God damn it! And that better not be who I think it is. It's, making all these names. That better not be, hey guys, how you doing? I'm King Ed Dead here, once again. How you doing? I'm here with my best bud over here, my best friend, my internet friend here. His name is 727. Say hi, 727. Hey, hi guys, I'm here with Grandpa Hayes and loving this here. That's right. We're sitting here in the Inner Circle short bus. And you want to know why we're sitting here? Because we like being a little retarded naughty. That's what we like. We like being retarded naughty. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's enough. Hey, Mass Pony, come over here. Are you in on this too? Well, yeah, because I don't like that Ghost said that he doesn't like nice, heartwarming stories about incontinence. All I'm doing is sitting there with nice little heartfelt stories. Anyway, that's enough. Anyway, let's continue going, folks, all right? I mean, don't piss me off. All right, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to be interactive with the broadcast with some Twitter shout-outs, and you people are sitting here pissing me off. You people are pissing me off. For Christ's sake. Anyway, let's continue going for Christ's sake here. We've got Raiden Snake, who's hacked again. Hey, Raiden Snake, who are you? I mean, you must be like, a super, spy or something. I have never heard anybody getting this hacked. All right? This hacked in my life. I mean, how many times has you been hacked since I've been on the air? At least about a half a dozen times. At least about a half a dozen times. What are you doing there, Raiden Snake, that makes you a target of hacksaws? I mean, do you have some information or something on your computer that I don't know about? I'm just saying, man. I'm like half a dozen times you've been hacked. I mean, I'm not getting mad at Raiden Snake. I just want to know who he is. I mean, when I think of Raiden Snake, I think of the little gecko on, the Geico commercials. No offense, Raiden Snake. You know what I mean? And I like Raiden Snake. I like the way he talks. Why I bring him on all the time, these fucking guys, he fucking breaks it, he's all this fucking shit, talking about, you see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Raiden Snake, what's going on? You need to secure your computer. I hope everything's okay. We want you back out there, right? We want you back in the Inner Circle. What's going on with Brexit? You're Theresa May. You're so fucking caught. You're talking. I want that back. All right, I want my Raiden Snake back. It was Russian hackers, wasn't it, Raiden Snake? My Russians. I'm telling you, I know it. Anyway, who else do we got here? Hopefully Raiden Snake gets everything straightened out and, he's all right. Who else do we got here? Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live, and I'll give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast. We got Rifle Kick 6 in the house. We've got OK Michael, whoever the hell that is. Havel the Rock in the place. Who else do we have going on over here? I'm not going to say that disgusting name. I'm not saying that name. Porky Amendments. What is this? Sell Richard Spencer merch? You son of a... Screw that asshole! Screw Richard Spencer, that stupid Rooski! He's working for the Rooski! That son of a bitch is working for the Rooski! That son of a bitch, Richard Spencer, is working for the Rooskies, and I know it, and anybody with any goddamn common sense knows it too. That son of a bitch, Richard Spencer, is working for the Rooskies. And you can tell him I said that. You can tell his wife I said that. I'm calling him out. I'm calling them out as Rooski lovers. I'm calling them out as Rooski agents. Jesus Christ, man. Give me the mic. I'm not joking around, man. I'm calling out Richard Spencer, the supposed gay white nationalist. All right? I'm calling him out as working for the Rooski, same with that disgusting pro-Bolshevik wife of his. Anyway, folks, let me calm down here. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All right, now that we got all that out of the way, I would like to remind everybody that we are selling True Capitalist Radio Valentine's Day cards, and all you got to do is go type on your browser right now, ghost.market. Ghost.market. Let me tell you, they're not going to be around for that much longer, okay? Because I want to send these off by next week so that people get their damn Valentine's Day card by Valentine's Day. So if you're going to order them now. Order one, order two, or order them all, because they're not going to be around for very much longer, right? Now, with that being said, I'm going to take a couple more Twitter shout-outs. And if they continue going down this direction, I'm not going to do it anymore, all right? You're lucky I'm still doing Twitter shout-outs as it is anyway. All right? Assholes. Excuse my French, but seriously, you're lucky I'm still doing this damn freaking little segment anyway, you ungrateful pricks. Anyway, we got Snow White in the house. What's going on to Tom? How you doing, man? Who else we got? We got, I'm not going to say that for Christ's sake. We've got Engineer Does Better. No, don't make it a contest again between me and the engineer, please, all right? Don't you dare. Don't you dare make this merch garbage a contest between me and the engineer. The last time that happened, it wasn't a pretty sight, right, engineer? I said, don't make this a contest. Don't you dare make this a damn contest between me and the engineer, boy. Jesus Christ. Who else we got? We got Ann the Wizard in the house. We got Chris Hyde in the place. We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. We got Capitalist Kush. What's going on, man? We got Dr. Bristle. I'm not saying this disgusting. You people are, some of these names are getting so pathetic. Oh, yeah, there's the Whore Master. Oh, yes, I am the Whore Master. Oh, yes. Jesus Christ. We got Smooth Capitalist. We've got Robert Powertop King Undead. Robert Powertop King Ed Undead. Oh, man. Who the hell made that? I have no idea. Anyway, we got Baxter Chan in the place. We've got Trump deports Asho. No, come on. Trump isn't going to deport Asho. Trump's not going to deport Asho. Come on. Don't spread that lie. Don't spread that lie. I'm serious. Don't say it. All right? Put Ghost on the kids' bus. Shut up, all right? Are you kidding me? Shut up. Look, the Inner Circle short bus had to be created. I'm sorry, all right? We got a group of tards, that for whatever reason just can't, cognitively understand or reason, and instead they resort to acting like petulant little 13-year-old snot-nosed brats. And, that's why we have to have an Inner Circle short bus. It's a shame. It's a shame. Isn't that right, Eeyore?
Yeah, Ghost. But I shouldn't be on the short bus, Ghost, because I'm autistic and I deserve a little bit of special treatment.
All right, shut up, all right? Just shut up. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, who else do we have here? We got Choco Latte. We got Boat in the house. We're going on a boat. Who else we got? We got Norwegian Capitalist in the place. I'm not, you're getting sick. Some of you guys are getting sick with these Twitter names, and I just can't stand it sometimes, man. I'm trying to go over some of these people are sick. Look, Wasteland Poop Tickler. All right, Wasteland Poop Tickler. Ghostard B. Spencer. Listen, that's not even funny, you jerk. All right? That's not even funny. Don't compare me to that Closet Rooski. Do you understand me? Do not compare me to that Closet Rooski. Disco Waffle for Short Bus. You know what? I'll consider it. All right? I'll consider it. All right? I'll consider it. Jesus Christ. Gator Tots. That's great. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? Listen to me, man. I'm only going to take a couple more of these, and we're done. All right? We're done! Anyway, we got first of the month. Oh, I'm sure you like that, don't you? Well, I hope that you don't live in a sanctuary city, because first of the month ain't going to come to you here pretty soon enough there, boy, because your little politicians in your municipality think that illegal immigrants supersede your citizenship. So keep laughing, baby. Keep laughing. This whole, man, baby, my kids, baby. I get welfare because of my kids, baby. You're not understanding, baby. My kids, baby. That excuse is long gone, all right? That excuse is long gone, and you ain't going to be able to continue to do it. I'm telling you this right now, all right? We got the Domino's Diddler, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. Listen, I'm not, you know what? You sick pricks. You know what I mean? You guys are sick ass cracks. Oh, my God. Short bus circle jerk, all right? Jesus Christ, man. You know what? That's it. I don't want to deal with this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not giving you idiots the time of day to make me look like an idiot on my own broadcast, all right? And let me tell you, you continue to do this, you may piss me off. I may just end the goddamn broadcast early. I'm not even joking around, all right? I'm not even joking around. I'll end the broadcast early. Jesus Christ, man. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, for Christ's sake. Oh, look at this. I know you idiots on Twitter were going to do this. I knew you idiots. Look at this. Look at this. Did somebody tag the engineer on a wall, for Christ's sake? Jesus. You see? You see what I'm talking about? Look at Twitter. Look at goddamn Twitter. Look, don't mess with me today, God damn it, God damn it. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not in the mood for this. I'll just end this broadcast, I don't give a crap. I'll end this broadcast and I don't give a crap. Don't make this a contest between me and the engineer, you sack of crap. You understand me? Do not make this a contest between me and the engineer. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Listen, I'm not joking around. I know what you damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin are thinking about doing, all right? You're thinking that this little merchandise situation, it can be turned into a little contest against the engineer versus Ghost. I'm not letting you do it, you sack of crap. I'm not letting you do it. Do not make this a contest between me and the engineer. I mean, that's what you trolls like to do, right? You like to cause drama, all right? Because your whole life is drama, all right? Your whole life is a mistake, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. I gotta have a drink. Give me my drink. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, I get no goddamn respect around these parts, for heaven's sake, man. Do you understand me? Oh, here's this guy. Here's this guy again. It is I, the Teutonic Plague. He's tweeting me up now saying if enough MGs are sold that he can come back. No! Stop it! Stop putting me under this kind of pressure, man! Damn it, stop it! Stop putting me under this kind of pressure! Stop! Just stop, man! Just stop, please, just stop! Oh my God, give me the Wait a minute. Man, listen, you idiots on Twitter need to stop this crap. Did you all put me, my wife, and the engineer and blackface us in the image of the African booty scratcher image? Man, you son of a... I mean, I'm not joking around, man. I'm not down with this today. I'm not down with this crap today, man. I am not down with this crap today. Oh my God, man. Man, I'm going to end this broadcast, man. I'm not even joking around, all right? I'm going to end this goddamn broadcast if you people keep messing with me. You understand that? I'm going to end this broadcast if you people keep messing with me. I mean, you put me and my wife and the engineer in blackface. What am I supposed to think about that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Give me the freaking mic. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what the hell to say anymore, for Christ's sake, man. I have no idea. I stop it. And look, they're still doing it. Look, you got me driving a short bus, huh? And they look at, oh yeah, real funny. Stop tweeting at me already, all right? Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it, man. Please just stop it, man. I'm not joking around. Just stop. Jeez, they got me riding a short bus. They've got me driving a short bus, man. All right, listen, I've had about enough of this. I'm not going to do this, all right? I'm not going to do this, for Christ's sake. I'm not going to continue. You know, I'm going to ignore Twitter before I start getting so pissed off that I just want to end the broadcast. I'm going to do it. I feel like doing it now. I don't feel like doing this damn broadcast today. I feel like taking the day off, all right, and kicking back, for Christ's sake. Maybe consuming some goddamn alcoholic beverages, for Christ's sake, instead of sitting here commiserating with you people. Oh, Jesus Christ, man! I just let me just calm down here. I'm not even gonna look at Twitter anymore. I'm not even gonna do it. Anyway, where the hell was I at, engineer? God damn it! That's right. I was talking a little bit about the Federal Reserve not changing interest rates, talking a little bit about finance. Let's get into some Donald Trump news before I get even more pissed off and end this broadcast without even thinking twice about it, all right? Without even thinking twice about it. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and go to Donald Trump news. He has now picked his Supreme Court nominee, Neil Gorsuch. Neil Gorsuch, of course, is a strict constitutionalist. You could compare him to Anthony Scalia, the former Supreme Court justice who unfortunately well, let's just put it this way. He died mysteriously in a Bohemian Grove-like retreat. So that was rather interesting. He was in that particular retreat without any of his Secret Service guards, which he told to stand down in another city, and he was there alone and unfortunately died with the pillow over his head. But with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about Neil Gorsuch, because I believe that this pick right here, this is a pick that these Democrats can't fall back and say they can't vote for, because this man was unanimously voted for, bipartisan, into a federal court seat, I believe it was in the mid-2000s. So for any Democrat to be an obstructionist as it pertains to the nomination of this Supreme Court justice is just doing so because they're trying to be virtue signaling pieces of garbage. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone who votes against Gorsuch at this point in time is doing so just to be a prick, because, as I stated, Gorsuch was unanimously voted in by the same people that are now threatening to be obstinate in his confirmation as Supreme Court Justice. These are the same people that voted him in to a previous federal court seat. And with that being said, because the Democrats want to be obstructionists, Donald Trump, and I want to thank Melly, because Melly was in the Inner Circle chat room calling this literally 5 or 10 minutes after Donald Trump named his nominee, this Neil Gorsuch, that the nuclear option is on the table. And the reason the nuclear option is on the table is because we're going to have Democrats being obstructionists for no reason. Now, for you folks that are unaware of the nuclear option, it is when you call a vote to supersede the filibuster to pass whatever it is that is being filibustered anyway. And this was done during the time when Harry Scary Reid was the Senate Majority Leader, when I believe it was his confirmations, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or a bill to some capacity, in which the nuclear option was done. So even if these damn Democrats try to obstruct Neil Gorsuch's Supreme Court nomination, Donald Trump has instructed the House and Senate leaders to go and just trigger the nuclear option if necessary and bypass any potential opposition as it pertains to Democrat obstructionists. So as I stated, folks, these Democrats are complete hypocrites. They're pathetic. They're getting desperate. It's sad. The same Democrats that are out here touting that they're going to stop the Supreme Court nominee were the same people that voted in this man in the mid-2000s in another federal seat. And what's the difference now? What's the difference? I mean, Neil Gorsuch is still the same guy. What's the difference? Donald Trump. All right? I mean, these Democrats can't believe that Donald Trump won the election because their dumbass wandering into the realm of progressive leftism didn't work. The majority of America does not want progressive leftism regardless of what these lunatics in the inner city say, all right? I mean, the majority of the country does not want progressive leftism. They don't want race-hustling politics. They don't want this. They don't want this. And I'm telling you, the nuclear option will be implemented if they try to obstruct Neil Gorsuch as the Supreme Court nominee. And that's all there is to it. I mean, did you hear what happened to Betsy DeVos? Aside from the Democrats obstructing, Betsy DeVos is dead on arrival as it pertains to her nomination, thanks to two women GOP senators. Two women GOP senators, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski. These two skankosauruses, with all due respect, which are Republicans, are going to vote against DeVos being the Department of Education secretary. And the reason is, folks, is because, as I stated, women don't like when other women are progressing. Women don't like other women that are more successful than they are. And if they are in a position to stop a woman from progressing, they're going to do it. And this is a perfect example of it, in my personal opinion. Why exactly is Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, why are they two GOP senators? These are Republican senators here. These are Republican senators. These aren't Democrats. These aren't independents. These aren't leftist liberals. These aren't progressive. These are GOP senators. And they're not going to vote for DeVos? Why? Why? I mean, that just goes to show you that whole women's march is a bunch of crap. All right? I mean, how come it's two women that are supposed to be on the same team, you know, GOP, Republican, two women, they're supposed to be on the same team as DeVos. Why are they voting against her? Why? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'd like a woman to try to explain this to me. Why exactly women like to see other women suffer? Why exactly women like to see other women fail? I mean, this is a perfect example of this. I mean, if these two stupid, dumb, idiot GOP skankosauruses would just vote, DeVos would be a shoe-in to the Department of Education. Why aren't they doing it? I mean, this is virtue signaling at its finest, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, I'm sick of virtue signaling at this point in time. I'm so sick of virtue signaling. I'm sick of it, man. I mean, you know, virtue signaling is getting so bad that I actually tweeted. Let me go ahead and retweet my tweet here. I actually tweeted a woman who lost her husband in the San Bernardino attacks, claiming that Trump's ban, this immigration issue, this immigration reform, is somehow bad. She's slamming Trump's immigration reform to prevent terrorists from coming into this country, and yet a terrorist killed her husband. A terrorist killed her husband in San San Bernardino, and she's bitching at freaking Donald Trump keeping the country safe. You can't make this liberal lunacy up. You can't make it up. And of course it's a broad. It's a broad doing this sick, twisted crap. I mean, can you believe this, folks? Lost her husband in the San Bernardino attacks, now is on social media slamming Trump's immigration reform. You cannot make this garbage up. When I first heard about this particular goddamn story, I was sick to my stomach. How could anyone sit here and forgive and act favorably to an immigration policy that took their significant other? I mean, that's what took her husband, was the immigration policy, for Christ's sake, man. This is unbelievable. This is liberal lunacy. This is why I'm continuing to say that there's no rationalization with these people. There's no bargaining. There's no negotiating. There's none of this garbage. These people are a threat to our civilization. These people are a threat to our civilization, and that's why I'm saying it's going to come down to a point where Donald Trump is going to have to start rounding people up that are a threat to our society, that aren't utilizing the system that is put forth here and utilizing that system to gain political clout once again. No, they don't want to do that. They want to go and they want to cause civil unrest. They want to cause civil disorder, and we cannot accept this any longer, folks. I don't want civil unrest. I don't want civil disorder. And I sure as hell don't want this to be done because of a bunch of left-wing, long-haired hippie liberals out here that are lunatics, that are sick in the head, that are mentally disabled. I'm not joking around, folks. I mean, we're going to have to round these people up. I'm going to continue to advocate that. President Trump, you are in your ethical, legal, and moral right. All right? You're in your ethical, moral, and legal right to go and round these individuals who are a danger to our society up. And I'm talking throw them in prison, okay? Because we don't need Michael Moore's rabble-rousing, making veiled threats, trying to cause civil unrest. You know, we don't need Lady Gagas out here that are doing the same damn thing, the Katy Perrys. You know, we don't need these types of people out here, the Madonnas. You know, we don't need these people agitating civil unrest, the D-Rays. I mean, you know, these people that are doing everything they can to agitate people into hysteria. We don't need this anymore. This is a disease. This is a disease. Liberalism is a disease, and it must be stopped. Do you understand me? There is no bargaining with these people. There is no rational talking to these people. I mean, listen to this liberal lunatic broad who is slamming Donald Trump's immigration reform, and yet she lost her husband to the San Bernardino attacks. I'm telling you, folks, I'm not joking around. That's why, if you're a liberal, you're my enemy. I'm not joking around. If you're left, I'm talking extreme left. I'm talking progressive left. I'm talking virtue signaling left. I'm not talking left of center, who we could probably have a conversation and, probably agree to disagree without getting violent, without calling for each other's death or anything to that capacity. I'm talking about these extreme progressive liberal idiots, these virtue signalers, these people that obviously have mental problems. And let me tell you, I think it's a mental problem situation that we're dealing with in America today. I believe that there is a mental health epidemic happening, and I believe it has everything to do with the psychotropic drugs that we're dispensing on these people. Every one of these liberal lunatics, they seem a little wide-eyed, they seem a little googly-eyed, seem a little medicated, seem a little Prozac taking, seem a little, brain drug consuming. And I honestly believe that we're having a mental health epidemic because of this stuff. And I'm not joking around, man. I think that we need to round up liberals before they start becoming dangerous to our society. I mean, lest we forget, not we, but those of us on the right, thanks to Project Veritas and its undercover investigation, stopped a potential terrorist acts by leftists. At the Trump inauguration, remember that video? Saw a couple of AIDS-infected leftists, at least they looked AIDS-infected in my opinion, talking about throwing acid into the ventilation system to cause terrorism, to trap these people in that particular building so that they can continue to breathe in the acid. This was caught on video. And guess where they were planning this leftist terrorism? Comet Pizza. I'm telling you, man, we better start doing something about these leftists. Because these leftists are a danger to our society. And if we don't do nothing, they're going to do something to us. Do you understand me? If we don't do anything, they're going to do something to us. And the reason that they're going to do something to us, folks, is because they want chaos. They want disorder. They want totalitarianism. This is what they want. So as I stated, folks, leftism, it has to be eradicated. It has to be systematically removed out of America's political spectrum. And I'm not talking about left of center. I'm talking about this new ridiculousness that embraces socialist communist variants of leftism. These divide and conquer variants of leftism, cultural Marxism, that sort of thing. So that's why I'm saying, man, all right? That's why I'm saying everybody needs to realize that this is no longer a joke. This is no longer a joke. As a matter of fact, right when I'm here talking about this, look at here. Here's a progressive right here. Look at this. All right? Here it is right here. Here's a leftist right here. All right, let me go ahead. Thanks, Keith, for sending this to me. But here it is. Look at that. Huh? Look at these liberal lunatics. Look at Twitter. Look. Look at these liberal lunatics. I'm telling you, they're dangerous. These leftists are dangerous. And I'm telling you, if we don't do something about it, they're going to do something to us. So I am pleading with the administration, please round these people up before, they do something that causes civil unrest, and I guarantee you these people are not going to be on the positive end of any civil unrest. I mean, look at you leftists. You're a bunch of weak half-of-fruits. You think that you're going to win an upheaval against the American people? You stupid little snowflakes. You ain't going to be able to go crawl under your mom's skirt during civil unrest, you dumb pricks. You're not going to be able to hide behind security guards. You're not going to be able to hide behind your champagne socialist walls between your big-ass goddamn men. You're not going to be able to do this. So anyway, I know I'm going a little off keister here, but by God, we cannot allow these leftists to continue on like this. And that's why I'm encouraging everybody that's at the Super Bowl, if this dumbass Lady Gaga starts getting political, throw a goddamn tomato at this dumb skank. All right? Because, listen, we don't want to hear your stupid political views when we're watching an entertainment venue, you stupid dumb twat. Even if you have one for that, you hermaphrodite broad. Anyway, folks, listen. I'm sorry for going off keister. I'm just tired of this ridiculous virtue signaling, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm so goddamn tired of it. And look, virtue signaling, even in the GOP. 2 GOP senators are going to vote no for Betsy DeVos being Secretary of Education. Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski. And the only thing that I can surmise is that the reason they're doing this is because they don't want to see another Republican woman higher than they. Huh? That's as simple as that. woman haterism on other women. Because look, let me explain something to you. The reason that you saw the Million Woman March out there in Washington is because the majority of those women were fatties and uglies. I mean, let's be honest. Fatties and uglies. And you see, if one of those fatties or uglies was in the position to basically not allow someone from progressing forward, they're going to do it. I mean, that's why they're bitching now at the Million Women's March, for Christ's sake. They're bitching because they don't have any authority to use what they feel is power in their heads. So that's all there is to it. And wait a minute, what is this? Hold on just a second. This just in. Nicolas Maduro, this fat piece of garbage in Venezuela who is starving his own people, is now made a declaration of war on America if Trump attacks Mexico. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is, for Christ's sake. Let me tell you something, Maduro. We could send in a squad of 100,000 guys into your stupid pissing ground country, and you know what? They would greet us as liberators. They would greet us as liberators, you fat piece of crap. Screw you, Maduro, you piece of shit. God damn it, Maduro, you want a war? We'll take you to war, you socialist piece of crap. You need to be taken down. You need to be taken down, Maduro. The whole goddamn country of Venezuela is starving. Look at this fat double-chin bastard. Look at this fat double-chin bastard. Let me tell you something, Maduro. You make threats to the United States, we'll come in and remove your ass. All right? We'll come in and remove your ass. And let me tell you, not only will we remove your ass, we'll take your oil as well there, Maduro. You understand? Don't mess with the capitalist regime here, you socialist scumbag. I'm not joking around. You want a war? We'll take you to war, all right? I'll be more than happy for the United States to go into Venezuela and kick the crap out of this socialist scumbag. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do, Venezuela? What are you going to do, Maduro? Your goddamn people are eating their dogs and cats. They're eating trash. What, you think they're going to have enough energy to fight the United States of America, you stupid piece of crap? Huh? You want to go to war, we'll take you to war, Maduro, all right? You want to go to war, we'll take you to war. You son of a bitch. I'm telling you right now, death to Maduro right now, all right? Death to Maduro. Death to Nicolas Maduro. Right now, death to Nicolas Maduro, this fat piece of crap. And hey, Nicolas Maduro, what happened to freaking Hugo Chavez, you son of a bitch? Huh? What happened to Hugo Chavez? We injected that fat son of a bitch with cancer that he couldn't cure himself of. So I'm telling you this right now. You come down. You come on down. You keep talking your garbage, Nicolas Maduro. We'll kick the living bejesus out of your fat ass. I'm not joking. You know, I'm all for, you know what, we should just make an example out of Venezuela. You don't declare war on us, you piece of crap. I hope Donald Trump sends in troops and just eliminates Maduro. I mean, it's not going to be nothing. And not to mention, it'll show the world that we mean business at this point in time. We go in, we kick ass, we take names, and we take their oil. We go in, we kick ass, we take names, and we take their goddamn oil. Jesus Christ. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get off keister about that subject matter, folks, but once again, Nicolas Maduro flexing nuts out here, thinking that he's going to somehow declare war on America. Well, you can declare war on these nuts, Maduro, because you ain't going to do nothing. Fat bastard. Anyway, folks, my apologies on that. I just retweeted the declaration of war. And since when did Venezuela and Mexico become best buds, huh? Since when did Mexico and Venezuela become comrades? Can somebody explain that to me? freaking Mexico. Yeah, I knew we were going to have this problem with these damn burrito-eating idiots. You know what? I knew we were going to have a problem with these morons because of the damn wall. You know what? And this stupid machismo that comes out in the Mexican heritage, it's really the downfall of their civilization. It's the downfall of, the majority of attempted successful Mexican Americans and Mexicans themselves. This machismo crap. I mean, this idea that, no, senor, I don't need to do that. We don't need to do nothing. I mean, Nieto, you stupid dumbass, all right? We give you $50 billion in trade and growing. The wall may or may not cost $1 billion, okay? And what we could do, Nieto, instead of being a rubber tortilla chewing, burrito eating bastard, what you could do is hear Trump out and say, listen, Trump, he could easily do this, Nieto. He could say, listen, we're going to offset some of the money that we're sending in trade to China, and we're going to give it to you, okay? We give $550 billion in trade to China. Why don't we offset that by taking $50 billion that we send to China and we give it to you? So that $50 billion that we gave you last year in trade turns into $100 billion. And all you got to do, Nieto, is take some of that $100 billion, which will be about maybe $1 or $2 billion of, and build the wall, you ungrateful, stupid, dumb, idiot bastard. All right? Take the goddamn chimichangas out your ass and stop being machismo and realize that it's just business. It's just business, you stupid prick. So that's why I'm saying, all right? That's why I'm telling each and every one of you at this point in time, man, I mean, it's Mexico that's really being the belligerent one here for a really stupid reason. Really stupid reason. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, with that being said, I'm sorry for going off keister to this, but man, I mean, all this stuff coming in. Let me move on to another subject matter because we're going off topic here and we're running out of time. Ever since this Quebec shooting, let's take it to Canada and those Leafs, okay? Ever since this Quebec shooting, this mosque shooting that's killed 6 people supposedly, a lot of discrepancies are coming out about this particular shooting. The initial reports were that the suspect that went in, started shooting, yelled Allah Akbar. The initial reports stated that 2 people were taken into custody, only 1 charged for, I don't know why. The person charged apparently is a Polak on 4chan and supposedly posted hints that he was going to conduct this mass shooting on 4chan to some extent, which is odd. And this young kid, it looks like a kid. This kid here looks like he is a psychotropic, drug-induced young man. I mean, he looks dopey. He looks drugged up as they were dragging him into the damn custody. Now, this is where it gets even more interesting, folks, because I am alluding that this is an all-out false flag. And the reason is because this shooting happened hours after Trudeau tweeted that everyone who's affected by Trump's travel ban are welcome in Canada. Hours you see this shooting. And the initial reports, we all heard it, that the apparent assailant who was shooting indiscriminately in this mosque in Quebec yelled Allah Akbar. Now, a twist of this story, folks, is not just is there a connection with 4chan, not that there is a connection with a young, looks like a psychotropic, drug-induced kid, but apparently a friend of this kid came out publicly trying to reiterate this whole narrative that this young kid was distraught, disturbed, and that he was threatening to do this for some time. Lo and behold, folks, that the friend coming out speaking, the supposed friend of the shooter of the mosque in Quebec, is a Huffington Post writer. Oh, you can't make this crap up. You can't make this crap up. This guy, the freaking shooter, the guy that shot this mosque in Quebec, this kid that's supposedly a Polak on 4chan, supposedly he has a friend that he confided all this crap into that just happens to be a Huffington Post reporter. I mean, this goddamn Quebec mosque shooting smells like a false flag from high hell, for Christ's sake, man. Give me a break. I mean, you know what I hate about this? Is that when you have all these coincidences come into this, you're going to have some idiot out there just saying, well, it just happens to be that way. That doesn't mean anything. It just happens to be that way. That's all. And aside from that, isn't Canada supposed to be one of the highly regulated nation states of guns? How in the hell did this little kid, a 4chaner on pole, how in the hell did he get a hold of a gun, especially to the capacity to shoot 6 Yehudis in a mosque? And then on top of that, folks, there's 2 people that are taken into custody. 2 people are taken into custody. One of them are charged. The one that's charged, as I alluded to earlier, is a psychotropic, drug-induced kid that looks like he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. Supposedly a 4chaner, supposedly on pole, and today a friend of this kid comes out, talks about how he discussed this, how he had fantasies of this, all this nonsense, and this friend of this kid, this friend of this mock shooter, is a writer for the Huffington Post. Is a writer for the Huffington Post. Wake up, man! Wake the hell up! And you know what they're trying to do now? You want to know what this is really about? The narrative in Canada is about internet radio all of a sudden. And you see, this gets to be a little disturbed here, because who in the hell are they talking about as it pertains to internet radio? Who are they talking about as it pertains to internet radio in connection with 4chan and Poll? Who are they talking about? And that's why I am going to say this right now, all right? I am not condoning anyone going anywhere and mass shooting anybody, okay? And I'm going to reiterate that one more again, just in case the Canadian authorities are looking towards this show as the supposed motive for this nut job kid. Do you understand that? I do not condone the mass shooting of anybody, all right? And that's why I'm saying, folks, I mean, they're going to try to basically pinpoint this on internet radio. I mean, every damn article that I'm reading out of Canada, they're trying to point towards internet radio. They're not saying who, per se. They're not saying who, per se. But lo and behold, here we are. They're trying to build this narrative that internet radio, the hatred of internet radio, caused this kid to go into a goddamn mosque and shoot people. And why are they doing that? Because now, folks, reports coming out of Canada, they are now utilizing this case, this mosque shooting, to start kicking down doors and raiding the homes of right-wing social media personalities. Folks, I'm not joking. Read what's going on. I mean, I am intensely looking at this situation in Canada. The news on this is very regional, so you have to go and look for it. But they are raiding social media personalities in Canada that are of the right of the political spectrum because of this particular shooting here. Now, that's why I am reiterating once again, I do not condone any mass shooting of anybody. I do not condone any mass killing, mass murder of anyone. I am on this broadcast saying the lunatics on the left should conduct themselves properly in the political discourse of our system. I am actually encouraging those on the left of center to supersede the political clout that currently dominates the Democrats of the leftist progressives. I want people to participate in the political process, not go out and perpetuate civil unrest. So once again, I don't condone mass murder. I don't condone this. I do not condone this shooting. So if you Canadian bacon, maple leaf up the ass having Trudeau cuckold connoisseur idiots are going to blame me for this moss shooting, you've got another thing coming, all right? You've got another thing coming, you damn Canadian bacon pieces of moose humping crap. I'm telling you, they're just utilizing this, folks, to clamp down on Canada's internet. And they are going to raid houses. So if you're in Canada and you're a very vocal person on social media that is against the left, that is against Trudeau's government, that's against the immigration policies of Trudeau, you better expect to be investigated. You better expect to have your door kicked down by authorities because they are doing it right now. They're doing it right now. So, with that being said, all right? With that being said, I just want to leave it at that. I want to leave it at that I do not condone this garbage. Nor does the capitalist army, nor does the inner circle. We do not condone this. Don't try to blame us, Canada, all right? Don't try to blame us. Why don't you blame maybe the lack of sun you guys get up there and maybe the lack of vitamin D that's screwing around with your head. Don't blame us. Don't blame me. And not to mention, this is a false flag if I've ever heard one in my life. 2 people are brought into custody. One of them is only charged. That doesn't even make any sense. Jesus Christ. And then the guy's friend, the shooter's friend that supposedly confided in this guy on how and why he wanted to shoot a mosque happens to write for the Huffington Post. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. This is a false flag from hell. Screw you, Canada. You can't even do a false flag right. And I thought America's black ops were bad. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm going to move on to another subject matter, but don't you dare, Canada, come at me as if I'm the one that's inducing people to do anything, all right? It's the policies of Justin Trudeau. It's the policy that the citizens of whatever country are no longer relevant to the people that are coming into the country that are just settling in there. I mean, you need to blame that policy if you want to blame anything. You need to blame the fact that people of, and I'm talking citizens of actual nations, are now becoming the minorities. And now their political clout is being erased because of immigration that you liberal leftist pieces of socialist trash keep implementing on not just a Canadian basis, but a westernized basis. So that's all there is to it. Anyway, let me move on to the next, subject matter because we're running out of time here. White House National Security Advisor General Michael T. Flynn has put Iran on notice. And the reason that he's put Iran on notice, folks, is because I reported yesterday that Iran is testing ballistic missiles. Ballistic missiles that basically can deliver the nuclear warhead that they already have, folks. Don't think that they don't have it. They've already got it. Obama gave them enough money where they don't even have to make the nuclear material. They just go out and buy it. I mean, they don't even need to make nuclear weapons. They can buy them now thanks to Barack Obama's supposed peace treaty in which he gave the Iranians, $260 billion, some crap like that, $260 billion to supposedly stop their nuclear endeavors. And now, what are they doing? They're testing ballistic missiles. Why in the hell would they be testing ballistic missiles, folks? Because ballistic missiles are a delivery system of nuclear weaponry. Now, the ballistic missile that they tested only went about 650 miles, but still, it just goes to show you that they're testing their ballistic missile capability, and the only reason that you would want ballistic missiles is to put a nuclear warhead on that son of a bitch so it can deliver it. So, once again, Michael T. Flynn is putting Iran on notice, and they should put Iran on notice. I mean, as a matter of fact, I am sick to my stomach. I know I said this yesterday, but it bears repeating. I was the only one in 2009 when the people of Iran were rising up against Ahmadinejad and were rising up against the Ayatollah. I was the only one on this broadcast on any media claiming and saying that we need to go out to Iran and save these people. We need to back up the Iranian Revolution of 2009. And folks, I'm going to be honest with you, I helped organize factions within the Iranian uprising. And as I stated yesterday, I belonged to a chat community that had a humongous contingent of Iranian people on there, humongous. And these Iranians were very affluent in English. In fact, most Iranians like America. They like the West. I mean, you have to understand, the majority of the population of Iran consist of people under the age of 25. That's what, so I'm not joking around. I think it's a third of the population, man. I mean, or even more than that. I think it's like 3/4, as a matter of fact. I mean, the old guard is dying, and the reason they're dying is because they have literally wasted Iranian lives on all these wars that they have conducted themselves in. The Iranian Revolution, then you have the Iran-Iraq War. I mean, they have literally wasted lives, and the population of Iran consists mostly of young people. And that's why it was very easy to help and aid the uprising of Iran, unfortunately, because I was the only one talking about this issue anywhere, and I was the only one screaming. I mean, go back in the archive. I was screaming that we needed to back up the Iranian Revolution, or somebody needed to do it. Nobody did a goddamn thing. And what happened? The Iranian Revolution crushed the opposition, and they took anyone who was leading this particular uprising, anyone who was leading this revolution, they not only executed them, they executed their families. Many of which I was in close contact with via voice chat, via email, internet correspondence, and they're gone. Them and their families are gone. So whenever I hear anything about Iran, this is what I think about. I think about, man, Iran was on the brink of literally collapsing. And yet America, the United Nations, the European Union, NATO, nobody did a goddamn thing. Nobody did a goddamn thing. And listen, right when they crushed the opposition of Iran, right when they killed the leadership of the opposition and their families, what did they do? I mean, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to even think about. They decided to become even more hardline in their Iranian society. And right after they crushed the revolution, I said this, folks. I said this. Mark Montag, man, thank you. This guy remembers everything. I said that we will be making nuclear deals with Iran one day. And this was after the Iranian Revolution was crushed. I said that we would be making nuclear deals with Iran. And by God, look at what happened. 2009, I said that. Now we've got the Iranians basically now, not only, I mean, listen, they don't even have to enrich uranium anymore to get a nuclear weapon. I mean, with the $260 billion that Obama gave them, they can go on the international community and buy it. They can go buy it on the damn black market, for heaven's sake. $250 billion? They can just go buy it. They can just go buy it. And now they're testing ballistic missiles, as we reported yesterday. This is not a good sign, folks. These Iranians wouldn't even be doing this if we would have aided the revolution of 2009. I will never forget those souls that were killed trying to get the freedom that the United States and the West takes for granted. And it makes me sick every time I see these ungrateful pricks on TV marching and bitching and moaning. I think about the lives that were lost in the 2009 revolution, in the 2009 Iran revolution. I think about all the lives that were lost. The lives that were lost wanting the freedoms that we take advantage of. These people wanted the freedoms that we take advantage of. You ungrateful pricks. Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we move on, folks, I want to go ahead and remind everybody that you can download every one of my episodes ever broadcasted, even the ones I'm discussing from 2009. You can download them absolutely free at the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. All right? The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? And look, I'm sorry for going off keister about the Iranian Revolution. I just have a very close connection because I actually helped organize certain factions within Tehran and basically aided in what they should do in an attempt to show opposition to the state. And it's unfortunate that those contacts that I had in 2009 are dead. And their families are dead. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks. Today was the day. All right, let's go on a lighter note here. Today was the day that the UK Parliament was going to vote on Brexit. Very interesting what was happening in Parliament today, if you happen to have seen it. Of course, you had a lot of blowhards, you got a lot of people talking. But what really was the funniest part about it all is the civil war happening within the Labour Party at this point in time. They are now calling for the head of Jeremy Corbyn, for heaven's sake. I'm not even joking around. I mean, I think that's it for Jeremy Corbyn at being the leader of the Labour Party at this point in time. And you know what? It's about time. I mean, at the very least, this proves that even though a lot of Britannia may be a bunch of left-wing cucks, the governing parties are actually out there trying to kind of rein in that leftist progressive idealism from their politics, from their governance, and I'm glad they are. I'm glad now, and look, it's not much better of a variant of leftism. It's more bureaucratic, institutionalist, globalist leftism that's taking over the goddamn Labour Party at this point in time. And as a result, we've got some infighting in the Labour Party, man. I was actually looking at that today in the Parliament. I mean, that was funny as hell, man. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? That was funny, man. And not to mention, they were going to have their vote on Brexit today. They're going to have their vote on Brexit today, folks. It was left to the Parliament, and as a result, it seems as if Brexit is now a reality, or at least the beginnings of Brexit. It was a unanimous vote. Remember, yesterday, I was a little pessimistic yesterday, all right? I was a little bit pessimistic yesterday, but now that the actual vote has come in and they have actually fulfilled, all right? They have fulfilled the parliamentary vote necessary to pass Brexit. We shall see if it comes to fruition. Now, to be completely honest with you, if Brexit did not come to fruition, if this vote was a DOA, dead on arrival, then it would have been over for Theresa May, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, her political career would have been over. And that's why she was kind of talking out both sides of her mouth as it pertains to the situation relating to Brexit. That's why she was at Davos, Switzerland, talking pro-globalist nonsense. That's why she didn't really obligate any kind of true deal-making when visiting Trump. I thought that she kind of made the Trump visit, or her visit to the White House, kind of awkward, to say the least. And it was that visit that kind of perplexed me on what direction Theresa May is actually going. I mean, lest we forget, we know that she was a part of the Remain camp. But I don't know. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Luckily, the Parliament has voted. Now, we may see some other kind of tactics from those that are opposed to Brexit. We may see some more court cases. We may see any kind of tactic necessary to halt this thing. But I am warning the Parliament of Britannia, all right? And I'm warning Theresa May. Hurry up and trigger Article 50 and get the hell out of the EU. Stop negotiating with the EU. I mean, they're a house of cards as it is. I'm not joking around. I mean, the only thing propping up the European Union is constant stimulus. Constant stimulus. So that means they're printing out more and more euro they keep printing out, for Christ's sake. And it's not doing one bit of good whatsoever. So just get the hell out of the EU. And you know, I can't believe it. Did you hear what the EU's trying to do to Britannia now? Did you hear what the EU's trying to protect? They're trying to hit up, all right? They are trying to hit up the Britannia. They're trying to hit them up with $500 billion, I think it is, a $500 billion severance fee. I'm not joking, man. I'm telling you, the EU is trying to exploit anybody of taxes at this point in time. I mean, did you hear they're trying to exploit? I think they're trying to exploit Apple Computer about over $160 billion. Now they're claiming Britannia owns $500 billion in a severance Brexit package situation. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I mean, you could tell the EU is desperate for actual money because their little socialist program is starting to come apart. I'm not even joking around. They're starting to come apart, for heaven's sake. But, now that the Parliament vote has come to fruition, now I'm a little optimistic that maybe, just maybe, Britannia is finally going to get out of the European Union, and maybe Britannia, America, can be the new stance against globalism, all right? Be the new stance against these unelected bureaucrats that are taking control of our world. And as I stated, globalism is communism, folks. Globalism is communism. Lest we forget, what was Russia called before it was called Russia? The Soviet Union. The Soviet Union. And what is Britannia trying to get away from? It's trying to get away from the European Union. I mean, don't you understand that unionism, the idea of unions, is an adherent to communism, for heaven's sake? So that's all I'm saying, folks. All right, congratulations to Britannia, first and foremost. I know that you guys have been standing on eggshells and, waiting for what the hell is going to happen. And some of the folks from Britannia that I chat about this with, they were really concerned about this Parliament vote, because had Parliament voted against Britannia, it would have set a precedent that the people's vote is nothing. I'm serious. I mean, that's the precedent that was being set right here in the Parliament vote. Had they not voted for Brexit, that would have set the precedent in the government that the people's vote doesn't mean anything. So luckily for Britannia, that didn't happen, and once again, congratulations to Britannia. Let me go ahead and get a drink here, all right? Let's go ahead and get a drink. Cheers to Britannia, baby. Cheers. Anyway, folks, let's continue on. We're running out of time here. We were talking about how Michael T. Flynn, General Michael T. Flynn, White House National Security Advisor, is putting Iran on notice, and they should. Also talking about the UK Parliament voting in favor of starting the Brexit process. So cheers to Britannia on that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the United Nations. The current UN leader, this fat bastard out of Argentina, I forgot his name now, this guy's trying to come out and publicly say that Trump's order, his order on temporary banning 7 states that Obama put on as a terrorist list, temporarily, 90 days, all right? And once again, it's not a Muslim ban, all right? You could still travel to America if you're from Indonesia. Indonesia is like 85% Muslim, okay? You can still travel to the United States if you're from Nigeria. Nigeria is 80% Muslim, okay? You can still travel to the United States if you're from the UAE, and the UAE is 100% Muslim. So let's stop and cut the crap about this garbage that this is a Muslim ban. This is not a Muslim ban. That is fake news coming out of CNN and MSNBC. This is not a Muslim ban. This is not a Muslim ban. But you see, they're going to continue to call it this. The mainstream media, the idiots in Hollywood, the George Soros-funded jerk dicks, they're all going to say it's a Muslim ban. It's not a Muslim ban, you idiots. It's a temporary ban from 7 goddamn countries who have, if not harbored terror, produced terrorists that have inflicted terrorism on the globe, you dumb, ungrateful pricks. And you people that are out here protesting, you people are you're actually on the side of the terrorists. Anybody protesting this ban should be put on the terrorist watch list as far as I'm concerned. All right? I'm not even joking around. If you are protesting this ban, it's a temporary ban, assholes, 90 days, so that we can create an infrastructure necessary to properly extreme vet these people. All right? And that's why I'm saying this is not a Muslim ban. This is not a ban. All right? It's temporary, you stupid, ungrateful pricks. I mean, wake up! Good God, man, this fake news on the mainstream media pushing this narrative that this is goddamn Muslim ban. Ain't no goddamn Muslim ban. There isn't no goddamn Muslim ban, you sack of crap. Jesus Christ, man. And listen, the reason I bring this up is because the United Nations guy, the fat bastard that's the new UN Secretary General, this fat old bastard from Argentina, he had the audacity to say that Trump's ban violates, quote, our basic principles. Our basic principles? Who the hell is our basic principles there? I never voted for the United Nations. I never voted for these people to be in charge or even affiliated or even connected with the United States government. Whose principles are you talking about there, you fat Argentinian bastard? Our principles? Let me tell you something. The United Nations principles are suspect, to say the least. The whole reason why the United Nations was erected was supposed to be to perpetuate peace. I mean, isn't the idea of the United Nations comes directly from Immanuel Kant's works? And the work in particular that Immanuel Kant wrote, that is the blueprint for the United Nations, was called Perpetual Peace. Perpetual Peace, in which Immanuel Kant describes the League of Nations, which is what the United Nations was called prior to the United Nations. And is there a lot of peace going on with the United Nations being the supposed bureaucratic infrastructure in the globe today? Absolutely not. Every time that the United Nations sends in peacekeepers, it's all running amok. I mean, I say this time and time again. Why don't you Google UN peacekeepers child sex exploitation and see what the hell you find, all right? These United Nations peacekeepers who are supposed to be delivering food to starving third world nations, you know what they do? They exploit young children, sexually exploit them in exchange for the food. That's the United Nations! That's perpetual peace! That's this disgusting, despicable, unelected international governing body that we need to get rid of. We need to disband ourselves from. We don't need to belong in the United Nations. Screw you, United Nations. You're a piece of trash. You will never, and I repeat, never be the international bureaucratic institution of the world. You will never be that. I'm going to sit here and sexually exploit third world children for food and call yourself a peace organization? Screw you, United Nations. You're a piece of trash and you should be disbanded. You should be kicked out of the New York City area. Your headquarters should be demolished. I'm not even joking around. I'm sick of the United Nations, man. The United Nations Secretary General says Trump's immigration reform, quote, goes against our basic principle. Who the hell is our basic principles? I didn't elect you, you United Nations bastards. No one in the international community and any sovereign nation state elected you to be anything. You just came about and decided that you were in charge of the world, and by God, the nations of the world need to put you down to size. Freaking United Nations. I spit on the United Nations. How you like that? I spit on the United Nations. Violates our basic principles. You violate these nuts. How you like that? Stupid fat Argentinian bastard thinking he's going to freaking thumb his finger at America, for Christ's sake. Why? Because you're the UN Secretary General? Go shove a Malbec bottle of wine up your ass, you fat bastard. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on. I don't want to talk about the United Nations. These guys make me sick, all right? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about German politics, shall we? Now, since Merkel's election is around the corner, what's happening in Canada now has already been happening in Germany. Any German individuals who are promoting right-wing politics on their social media accounts are getting visits from German officials. They are getting their homes raided. They're getting their computers confiscated, so on and so forth, all right? So that's why I say that what we are witnessing is not just happening in compartmentalized areas of the globe. This is a global scale at cracking down on one's ability to espouse whatever political perspective they have. They are trying to suppress political idealism from being espoused in a mass communication basis. And that's why ever since Angela Merkel's election is coming around the corner, she has decided to clamp down on social media. And you can read this for yourself. Go out and do a Google search on Germany house raids and see how many people are getting houses raided because they happen to post some right-wing propaganda or right-wing political perspectives on their social media account. Now, with that being said, it doesn't seem like Merkel is going to get too much of a challenge from the right because unfortunately Germany is too cucked of a goddamn country to realize that what Angela Merkel has done to Germany is destroy it through her immigration policy. Now, with that being said, she is getting a little bit of opposition from a candidate center. You see what I'm saying? Now, a left of center candidate is challenging Angela Merkel, and it's becoming an actual close race out there in Germany, folks. A man by the name of Martin Schulz is literally creeping up on Angela Merkel, and not to mention, we've got WikiLeaks also getting in the mix of this particular election, because I'm telling you right now, the individuals that helped Trump get elected by exposing the corruption and criminality of the DNC and John Podesta, we're going to get and expose all the garbage that Angela Merkel has done, particularly of which her immigration issues, her immigration memos, her immigration decrees. And what WikiLeaks is going to try to do is dethrone Angela Merkel. And this is why Angela Merkel is doing everything in her power to try to prevent any flow of information that is negative against her. She's trying to suppress anything. So the only opposition that could potentially dethrone Angela Merkel is this left of center candidate, Martin Schulz. And to be honest with you, he's not much better than Angela Merkel, but at the same time, he is a German, and he likes Germany, and he does not particularly appreciate the direction in which Germany is headed. I mean, German people are literally living as prisoners in their own country. I mean, they are literally being suppressed by wild Yehudis who don't like their German sausage, who don't like their German beers, who molest and rape their women at freaking New Year's Eve celebrations. I mean, it's a mess. So once again, Scholz is not much of a better alternative than goddamn Angela Merkel, but the actions in which Angela Merkel has conducted herself in, all right, anything is better than Merkel at this point in time. I'm sorry, anything. There is no right-wing opposition that can legitimately challenge Merkel in this election. So all anyone can do is hope that Merkel is dethroned, is unelected. That's all anyone out here, at least in America, that are on the right of the political spectrum can hope. That's all we can hope. And look, hey, for you guys in Germany, I hope that you're listening, man. Go out and make sure to vote Angela Merkel out. This woman is a disgusting disgrace. And not to mention, after she's voted out, she should also be put on trial for treason. I'm not even joking. She's done more to destroy the German culture than anyone could have ever have thought. I mean, the culture is being destroyed, folks. I mean, the German culture is being destroyed. It's unreal. It's unreal. Anyway, let me move on to the last subject matter, and this is a very important subject matter. We're talking about social media. We're talking about the Internet. We're on the Internet right now. A report has come out that states that social media makes people antisocial and jealous. Oh, really? Oh, it makes people antisocial? Well, you could have fooled me, considering the kind of under 20 riffraff that unfortunately uses mommy and daddy's money to enter into the inner circle and then to use it as like a man-child trolling playground. I mean, why am I not surprised by this report that social media makes people antisocial? I mean, why am I not surprised? I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, you know, the whole reason, and listen, I know yesterday the whole short bus bit, that was kind of harsh, but I really don't care, okay? But the reason it needs to be said is because no one is explaining to these man-children, these tards, that what they're doing is not appropriate. And the only reason and the only way that you're going to get through these mentally retarded brains of these stupid people is if you talk their language, which unfortunately I had to act out so that they can realize that, oh, Ghost, he's making fun of me. Oh, do I really sound like that? All I want to do is make nice, heartfelt stories. That's all I want to do about incarnates. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Folks, Mass Pony is a perfect example of an antisocial, disgusting human version of a pile of protoplasm. All right, and with all due respect, Mass Pony, you brought it on yourself, all right? I mean, you know, I'm not even joking around. I mean, I look at that face. I'm telling you, that face could scare small children, all right? I mean, what a disgusting human being. But you see, these are the kind of people that they're discussing as it pertains to social media making people antisocial. I mean, let's be honest here, all right? I mean, Masked Pony, I mean, that's a perfect example. I mean, the guy obviously lives on the internet, has enough time, effort, and energy to type out stories about My Little Pony characters wearing Pampers because they've got incontinence problems, okay? Has enough time, to, listen for 3 hours on the internet to call up and pretend, hey, yeah, I'm just Miss Pony. I'm trolling now. I'm serious, man. I'm not joking around. I mean, I have experienced the social media antisocial idea firsthand, all right? And let me tell you something right now. I mean, these young kids that are coming up and they are on the internet, they need to be yanked off the internet. I'm serious. There needs to be an age limit, in my opinion, on the internet. And listen, I never used to think that. As a matter of fact, I used to think that kids that used to be on the internet would actually learn something and they would actually kind of enhance their mental capacity. But man, as I have been commiserating and conversating with young children, and when I mean young children, I'm talking about people that are 15, 18, 16, that sort of thing. These people are freaking sick. They're freaking sick. Because let me explain why I harped on this thing so hard yesterday. The inner circle, it's Ghost's inner circle. It's comprised of very intelligent, successful individuals. Business owners, individuals that are in high positions in corporate America, individuals that are big time in other countries. We've got, I don't want to go into it. We got a lot of successful people. We have a ton of great conversations whenever we talk to each other. And instead of these young kids listening and learning and contemplating and, taking the information, and it's free information, especially when we get into conversations about whatever. These kids, instead of listening and learning, taking notes, that sort of thing, they just use it as an opportunity to be able to be like, hey, you know what I can do? I'm going to pretend I'm hacked, okay? I'm going to pretend I'm hacked and let's cause some drama in the inner circle. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. And that's what they do. I mean, that's what they want to do, and that's why, unfortunately, a lot of these people are on the short bus now. And you know what's sad? A lot of these folks that are in the short bus, they think it's funny. And you see, that's my point. That's my point, okay? You heard who I talked about, King Ed, Undead, 727, Masked Pony, and these people think it's funny. Eeyore. Hey, Ghost. I mean, these people are literally stupid waste of life. And instead of taking what I'm telling them, instead of taking the realism that I'm telling them and making themselves better people, They take the mental retardation diagnosis, whether it's Asperger's or autism, and they use that as a crutch to be perpetual man-children who don't want to grow out of watching cartoons. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. As I'm concerned, the individuals that I mentioned yesterday are a perfect example of this report that came out today, that social media makes people antisocial. Because that's why these people are on the internet all the time, because if they're conducting themselves socially on the internet like this, just imagine how people react to them in real life. I'm not even joking around. If it were up to me, and if I was these people's fathers, I would literally hire somebody to beat the living shit out of them. I'm sorry, I'm not joking. I think everybody deserves a good beating. And I think that that's what these kids are missing. I think they're missing a nice, good beating, and not just a beating for no reason. They got to know why they're being beat. And they got to know why they're being beat, because they're stupid, ignorant pieces of trash that contribute nothing to society other than to cause drama, because they feel as if their lives are so insignificant that they've got to do this. You know? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I know there's a lot of people that are listening in saying, you know, it goes, that's very mean, dude. That's mean. You shouldn't be talking about these guys. I mean, some of them got mental problems and stuff. I mean, you know, that's not very cool, dude. You know, you should actually be very nice to these guys. It's not funny. It's not funny, Ghost. You shouldn't be so mean. Yeah, well, you know what? Shove it up your ass. These people shouldn't be so stupid. How about that? How about that? These people shouldn't be so goddamn stupid and retarded. How you like that? I'm sorry, man. I don't like stupid people, all right? I do not like stupid, ignorant people. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like stupid people. I'm sorry. I mean, if I wanted to hang around stupid people, I'd go out on a night of the town in San Hambonio out here in the Riverwalk if I wanted to hang out with stupid people, all right? I'm not joking around. If I wanted to hang out with stupid people, I'd become liberal and go out to one of these goddamn protests, for Christ's sake, if I wanted to hang around stupid, dumbass people, for Christ's sake, all right? So anyway, all I'm saying is I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with stupid people, especially stupid kids, all right? You kids, with all due respect, under the age of 19, I'm telling you this right now, you need to, get up off of your stupid, dumbass, man-child mentality and realize that you're going to come to an age in which you're going to have to take personal responsibility. And if you don't have to because you got a mother and father that keep just kind of condoning your stupidity, well, then something needs to be done to your parents. And listen, I hope that something is proposed here during the Trump administration that holds parents accountable for the ignorance and stupidity of their children. I'm not joking around, man. I'm tired of it. I'm sincerely tired of it, for Christ's sake. So anyway, with that being said, I'm tired of the stupidity. You kids know who you are, okay? And if you want to make yourself better, stop acting like half a tard, all right? I know you idiots aren't half tards. You're just acting like half tards so that you can, be an irresponsible piece of insignificant garbage. It's the same ordeal like I was talking about in Family Guy when Peter was diagnosed as being retarded. He realized that he could get away with anything, and all he'd have to do is say, I'm retarded. Go into a goddamn woman's bathroom. I'm retarded. Go into a woman's dressing room. I'm retarded. That's literally what you people are doing, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Your parents should be literally put in jail for raising such disgusting, insignificant, man-child, dumbass, ignorant garbage like yourselves. And listen, I may be a little harsh, but I really don't give a crap. I really don't care. I really don't care. I'm tired of ignorant people. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And aside from ignorant people that think that they are so mentally, I don't know, superior. You know, ignorant people that think, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to plan something, dude. Oh, we're going to plan something, and we're going to make everybody their jimmies rustled, and I'm serious, man. I hope that these people's parents are stricken with low sperm counts, you know, some kind of uterine problem. We don't need more people on this earth like this, man. I'm sorry. We don't need any more people on this earth like this, man. And look, here's King Ed, I'm dead. So am I a fruit bowl, George Soros? No, you're a tard, man. I mean, with all due respect, King Undead, I'm not blaming you. I mean, I blame whatever state authority allowed your parents to have children, that's who I blame. I mean, with all due respect, sir, I've seen your family. I mean, give me a break. The mental retardation is all over their face. And, you know, anyway, all right. I don't want to talk anymore. All right, I don't want to talk anymore, for Christ's sake. I don't want to talk about this anymore. All right. I'm tired of talking about tards, man. I'm serious. I'm tired of talking about them. I hope social Darwinism finds you all. As a matter of fact, everybody bow your heads. We're gonna say a quick prayer here. Bow your heads, all right? God, if you're listening in, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I mean, seriously, why are tards like this? And look, I'm not talking about little innocent tards, God. I'm not talking about tards that are real happy, that are like, yay, 1 + 1 = potato, yay. I'm not talking about happy little tards like that. I'm talking about these diabolical half-tards. I'm talking about these diabolical half-tards. Why? Why are you keeping them here on this planet? I mean, you know, come on, God. I mean, get these people out of here. I'm sick of these stupid people. I mean, seriously, God, I mean, what purpose do these people have? What purpose do these people have besides watching cartoons and fanning their nuts while they're watching it? What purpose do these people have? Anyway, let me go ahead and do the cross. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, fruit bowl, dumbass, half-tards we hate the most, all right? Jesus Christ. Wow, wishing death on autistic kids. Listen, I don't give a crap if they're autistic, dumb, ridiculous, or nothing. Let me tell you something. These dumbass autistics, they know how to work the internet. They know how to work technology. They know how to work sock troll accounts. They know all about My Little Pony and all their stupid little dumbass cartoons. They know about all the things that they want to know about, but when it comes to them knowing something that's going to put them with a certain level of responsibility, they fall back on the, I'm retarded. Sorry, I'm retarded. I'm retarded, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ghost, I'm autistic, yeah. Even though I know about cartoon pornography, which got me put on the short bus, but I'm still autistic, yeah.
I'm not joking around. That's why Eeyore is on the short bus, because this idiot couldn't stop posting pornographic cartoon material. And yet people want to say that Eeyore idiot is autistic, yet he is very, very capable of posting internet porn. As a matter of fact, that idiot Eeyore not only posted internet cartoon porn in our chat room, but also decided to make fun of Pizzagate and make fun of child pedophilia in a Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it, but literally, that's why that individual is no longer a part of the main inner circle and is on the back of the short bus as far as I'm concerned, all right? I'm not joking around.
Hey, Ghost. I know, Ghost. I'm just saying, Ghost.
And not to mention, it took like more than 20 people talking to this Eeyore idiot him to figure out how to sell a simple game on eBay. I mean, folks, eBay has got like step-by-step instructions on how to like put the goddamn crap up yourself. But no, this idiot had 20 people. And look, a lot of people felt sorry for this tard, but I don't. I don't feel sorry for tards like this. I know what he's doing, all right? 20 people had to tell him, no, look, this is not how you do it, all right? This is not how you do it like this. And you,
I don't get it. I need help. I don't get it.
I'm just saying. He needed 20 people in the inner circle to show him how to post a goddamn freaking game on eBay. That should tell you anything. Anyway, with that being said, oh, and look, we've got somebody saying, let's get to Radio Graffiti. Oh, well, you know what? How about this? I'm not gonna. How you like that? How you like that? I'm not gonna. Jesus Christ. Yeah, hey, thank you very much, Goldner. We should bring this back. Here it is. Look at this. Washington Post. Now I'm finally starting to agree with the Washington Post out here. Look at this. Sterilization of intellectually disabled. And look, I'm not for eugenics or anything, but I mean, these tards, these young kid tards are starting to change my goddamn mind on that. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right goddamn now, that these goddamn young internet tards out here are making me think twice about that particular stance. Because seriously, I don't think that many of these people on the short bus should have even be here. They shouldn't even have been born. I'm sorry. I mean, if their whole existence is going to be nothing more than being dependent and contributing nothing but being a detriment on other people, then why are they here? Why are they here? Why? I'm just saying. Anyway, look, before I get on to Radio Graffiti, I'll go ahead and do a couple of minutes of Radio Graffiti because I don't want to punish anybody because we've got tards here, all right? But before I do, I want to remind everybody that we do have Ghost Valentine's Day cards. Not only that, we got one of the engineer as well. All you've got to do is go and type into your browser right now, ghost.market. All right, ghost.market is the address to type on your browser right there. All right? And that's all there is to it. We've got 3 Valentine's Day cards. They're going to be pulled off probably by next Monday because I want to be able to send these off so that people can have them in or around or by Valentine's Day. So if you're going to, purchase these, purchase them now. All right? Purchase them now. Hold on. Who the hell is Keith Stoner up in here? Hold on just a second. I got to do something here in the goddamn inner circle chat room here. All right. Let's get this guy. Let's go ahead and block this guy for a minute here. All right. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's give him a kick here. How about that? Let's give him a little bit of a kick. All right. All in favor of kicking this guy, say aye. All right, in the inner circle, this Keith Stoner, all right? Kick his ass out. Get out of here, you son of a bitch. You're going to sit here and talk garbage about me on my own freaking chat room? Get out of here. Idiot's going to call me a Jew? Don't call me a Jew in my own freaking chat room, you stupid son of a bitch. I'll stick a matzo ball up your ass. You stupid son of a bitch. I'll shove a goddamn bagel down your throat. How you like that? son of a bitch. Don't call me a Jew in my chat room ever again, you son of a bitch. Not even joking around. You're going to sit over here and call me a Jew. I got your Jew, you son of a bitch, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen, let me get the freaking Radio Graffiti up in here, all right? I'm not going to sit here and take crap from anybody. You understand? I'm not taking crap from anybody. I'm not taking crap from nobody. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti. We've got 15 minutes of it left, so who cares? All right, we'll see whatever happens, all right? Without any further ado, do we got any goddamn Radio Graffiti calls, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, what do we got here? We got anonymous Radio Graffiti.
This is San Antonio Dispatch. What's your emergency?
Ghost Center Circle. I'm going to sit here and sexually exploit young children. I'm not even joking.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Now, give me a break. I'm telling you, give me a break. I hope somebody captures your IP address, you stupid idiot. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, that's why they redid the back end of Skype, you dumbass. You can't... You idiots all think that you're going to be untraceable. You're an imbecile. I'm telling you, you were imbecile. Anyway, 615 Radio Graffiti.
Are you done? Oh, God, leave me alone. I'll see you for the next 2 hours. Ew. You give me a kiss first. Yeah, watch a movie. I downloaded a...
What the hell is going on here, man? I mean, am I a magnet for tards or something? Am I a magnet for tards? I mean, seriously, I'm starting to realize that I could be potentially a tard magnet for some reason. I don't understand why. I'm a tard magnet, man. Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Here.
I'm coming for you.
Well, unfortunately, we can't understand you because your phone sucks, all right? All right? Anyway, we got Raiden Snake. What's going on, man? How you doing, Radio Graffiti?
Yeah, I'm all right, Goose. And can I just point out something? I thought I just mention this. I did get confirmation. The reason why I had problems with Discord, they did have an error on their servers, and they have fixed it. So I thought I'd let you know.
All right, well, no problem there, Raiden Snake. I just wanted to make sure you're all right. I mean, you guys are getting, well, you're getting hacked like at least a half a dozen times. You must have some, some files on there that the Russians may want or something. I'm not sure. How about 970 Radio Graffiti? Look, don't play welfare carols on my broadcast, you sack of crap. Do you understand me? Do not play welfare carols on my broadcast. 817 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how's it going?
How's it going?
Well, I'd like to let you know I got a Sneak Man status report. I got 3 highlights important here, and I'm going to be quick about them, so let's lay it on you. First topic. Listen, Disco Waffle, your friend Eeyore gave you up. You know the name of the rats. Give up the name of the rats, Disco Waffle, and we won't have to do it for you. Highlight number 2. Ghost, I think the reason we have half a tards in this world is so we can think of how wonderful and how great our lives are and how we're not that stupid and fortunate enough to be smarter than them, And highlight number 3, as long as Sneak Man's around, Teutonic will never be unbanned. If you try anything else, I'll be there to stomp it in the mud as soon as you try anything funny, boy. I'm Sneak Man, and this has been Sneak Man Highlights. See you later.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I mean, what he said. How about 435 Radio Graffiti? All right, you're taking too long, you sorry sack of crap. All right, how about 352 Radio Graffiti?
No. The world needs me.
What the heck? Well, no, we're not hearing that. How about 713 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, what's going on, Ghost? Everything all right?
Yeah, everything is as good as it can be. I'm not sure. What about yourself?
Well, I've been hearing about what's been happening about these people, these tars that you've been having a problem with. It's really disappointing, and they pretty much got what they deserve for what you're doing to them because they're stupid, and they're the reason that they're taking away, the show that we love, meaning you, and they shouldn't be doing that because it's pissing me off. So they need to stop.
That's the point with these mental retard imbeciles. That's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. That's what they get off on doing. That's what they do. So it's unfortunate, but that's all there is to it. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? How about area code 203, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost.
What's up?
Nothing much. I just have to say I agree with you. I'm really tired of all these people using their mental or whatever disabilities to sort of shield themselves from being responsible or doing responsibilities.
Hey, man, I thank you very much for that. I hope these tards are listening. Hey, Targe, you're losing your sympathy little card now, boy. You're losing the sympathy card. I'm retarded. I'm autistic. I'm Asperger's. You're losing the sympathy card, all right? And you want to know why? These people, these observers, they are witnessing you. They are witnessing you look as stupid as you are. And let me tell you, you're not that stupid. You just want to be stupid because you just want to partake in your stupid, simplistic time and all your little cartoons and all your little internet drama and all your fake little internet friends and all this other crap, all right? Jesus Christ. Freaking tards, for Christ's sake. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Flush the toilet 5 times in the dark and then throw some water in the mirror and say Bloody Mary. See what happens. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. No. What the hell is that? Oh, Christ, no! What the hell? What the hell? No, what the hell? What the fuck? Get away! Why? Why? Oh my God! Hell with your grand. No! No!
Has nothing of value is lost.
You son of a bitch! Screw you! Screw you, you son of a bitch! Screw you, you sorry sack of crap! How dare you? How dare all of you, man? Jesus Christ, man! God... I'm telling you, man. God damn it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the hell you want me to say. Jesus Christ, man. And what the hell was that? What the hell was that about, man? God damn it, man. I'm telling you, I'm glad that I'm shortening Radio Graffiti, because I mean, who puts up with this crap, man? 805 Radio Graffiti.
These tards aren't autistic, they're just spoiled lazy shits.
Father of mine, tell me where have you been? You know I just close my eyes, the whole world disappears. Father of mine,
poor tards, huh? Poor tard. Father of mine, where have you been? Mommy made me in a tard, and I'm shitting in a diaper. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Hey, asshole, no freaking welfare carols, you stupid sack of crap. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey Ghost, it's Trans Call. Right now I'm having sex with your wife. Hey, say hello.
Hi, nigger.
Yeah, that's right. Take that. Take that. Take the whole 30-inch.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, yes.
You know what? That would have almost pissed me off, but I don't believe you. I mean, did you hear the fruit bowlness in that voice, for Christ's sake?
I've got your wife here, and, oh, yeah.
I don't believe you one bit, all right? All right? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you know, what am I supposed to say? Anyway, folks, I'm only going to take a couple more callers. I mean, this is getting stupid, for Christ's sake. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Capitalist Radio Graffiti. Engineer took over the show by Super Smash. You just made the list.
What the hell was that about? That was ridiculous and stupid. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Yo, Ghost, I heard last week you were looking for your son. I'm glad you found him. But today, he's over here sucking on Fat Albert Jr., if you know what I mean. Hey.
Yeah, real good one, 727, you stupid tard. 973 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, all right, that's enough, for Christ's sake. Who else do we got? We got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You up with me on True Capitalist Radio, African Booty Scratcher Season 2 trailer. Hello, this is me again. On my trip to San Antonio, I learned some new things. When somebody's trying to be a racist with you, you should respond correctly. Excuse me, sir, what time is it?
Shut up, you stupid African booty scratcher, all right?
Hey, man, what's up with racist talk? What gives?
I'm going to Africa. Africa. No, wait.
You should be more polite next time, man. Uh-oh, looks like it's up to me to re-educate this melting pot of racism. African Booty Scratcher Season 2, coming soon. Sponsored by True Capitalist Radio. Supported on a Kickstarter right now. Keep contributing. Oh yeah, that's right. Keep contributing.
Shut up, you African booty scratcher! Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth! Shut up! Shut up, you damn African booty scratcher! God damn it, I freaking hate that guy! I freaking hate that guy! I freaking hate that guy, man. Every day now. Every day, that guy. God damn it. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Every goddamn day, the damn African booty scratcher, for Christ's sake, man. I hate him. Every goddamn day, man. One last caller, for Christ's sake. 614 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Ghost, I have a suggestion. Now hear me out. In exchange for allowing Teutonic back to the show, he must crowdfund a hefty sum for the inner circle of $1 million. $1
million? Where the hell is Teutonic going to get that, for Christ's sake? I don't think Teutonic can afford a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, for Christ's sake. I don't think Teutonic can put a down payment on a sandwich. And you mean to tell me that he's going to raise $1 million? You know what? I'm done with this crap. I'm done. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm this crap. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. I don't care anymore. Politics Ghost, all one goddamn word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And of course, go to the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, okay? And once again, for a limited time, we do have Valentine's Day's cards. All you got to do is type in your browser ghost.market, all right? I'll be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. You better be here. And I hate these cards! I hate them! These damn cards!
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And African Booty Scratcher once again steals the show. Oh my. Great job, man. Great job. And what a great, good show, but also a good, decent, Radio Graffiti, and also Twitter shoutouts. So, good job. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to start up the next live stream here. Just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at The Burning Network or Politics Ghost, as we do updates of all sorts, so do make sure to follow. Or, if you're new to the channel, of course, the BN YouTube channel, subscribe, as I do TCR broadcasts every day, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, and of course, when you subscribe, you get notified when the next TCR happens, so you know, you'll get to let know. But also Twitter as well, so you know if there's going to be a TCR show or not. Anyways, guys, thanks again for coming out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next TCR broadcast. So later, everybody, and you guys have a good night. Later.